Hello everyone, I am BowserJrXD. Welcome to the NASCAR Cup Series Championship race at Phoenix Raceway, the final race of the 36th race NASCAR Cup Series season. Wow. Well, it's finally here after a year. Another interesting year, and hopefully one without playoffs, considering what happened yesterday. We end it. Kyle Larson, Denny Hamlin, Chase Briscoe, William Byron, the final four are duking it out for a coveted NASCAR Cup Series title. For Larson, it would be his second one, the one he got got away in 2024. For William Byron, the one that got away in 2023 as he makes his third straight top four appearance, final four appearance. For Chase Briscoe, it would end it would cap off a Cinderella story where as he joined Joe Gibbs Racing this year. And for Denny Hamlin, what is there to be said? Most 60 wins, most wins for any driver without a championship, and perhaps the last chance for his dad to see him take the checkered flag at Phoenix. There's a lot to go for here. I'm watching on Peacock today, just so I know I'm not behind.
By a 5-second mark.
Just ignore that. I'm just trying to figure something out.
Today. White flag.
Okay, let's try.
White.
All right.
Winner, Carl Edwards. Flag.
Okay.
Talking about that last ounce, the one that turns effort into gold. Chase Briscoe has done that 3 times this season, winning first at Pocono, then domination at Darlington that told the team they had a potential champion, and then triumph.
Briscoe won at Pocono, won the Southern 500, and won Talladega. Larson, he won the Spring Bristol race, and so he won a Homestead, Spring Bristol, and Kansas. William Byron won the Daytona 500, the race at Iowa, and the penultimate race of the season at Martinsville. And Denny Hamlin, oh my God, where to start? Martinsville, Spring Martinsville, Spring Darlington, Michigan. Spring Darlington, Spring Martinsville, Spring Darlington. Spring to Martinsville, Spring Darlington, Michigan, Dover, Gateway, and Fall Vegas.
Recently, he's talked about legacy and what kind of numbers and accomplishments he wants to leave behind. But today, he's got a chance to join two of his heroes, Tony Stewart and Jeff Gordon, as a multi-time Cup Series champion. To do it, though, he'll possibly have to snap a 23-race winner streak, the longest of his Hendrick Motorsports career. He rolls off third, Marty, and there's a quiet confidence that number 5 team that they found their form again at just the right time.
Parker, earlier this week, I asked Denny Hamlin, who has the most pressure of the championship four drivers? He said, honestly, it's probably me, just because I know I only have a few years left to race, and this might be my final shot to win it. So my mentality is to certainly go out and seize the moment that's right in front of me. So there are plenty of motivating factors for Denny Hamlin today, but there's no bigger motivator than winning the championship for his dad, Dennis, who has been very sick lately. Denny told me this week, I have no doubt in my heart this will be the last time my dad will get to watch me race for a championship. I have no bigger NASCAR. Let's get the engines cranked for Championship Sunday for the NASCAR Cup Series.
Phoenix Raceway, please give a big NASCAR welcome to multi-platinum singer-songwriter Jordan Davis. He is here to sing the most famous words in motorsports. Take it away, Jordan. Driver, start your engine!
38 drivers ready to hit the track. Time for the final starting lineup of the season.
If you put the championship four side by side right where I'm standing and walking, you would not begin to fill the quota for hitting the dog leg here at the Phoenix Raceway. That's because 5 is usual. 6 to 8, yeah, that's expected, because if you can cut them across right here, drivers like to get the jump on each other when the green flag comes out. Yeah, it is amazing. Parker talked about how rough it is down here.
Just listening to Dave Burns first.
And this is one of the only tracks on the circuit where you can take a legal shortcut. They'll do it all day today. Your first chance to see it happen here at Phoenix.
Starting 38th, driving the number 74, Ox Ranch, Texas. And this is the wrong leader. This is the wrong one. Starting 38th, driving the number 16, Celsius Chevrolet for Colleague Racing. 43 years old from Los Gatos, California, A.J. Allmendinger. Starting 37th, driving the number 71, Tide Chevrolet for Spire Motorsports. 40 years old from Glendale, Arizona, Michael McDowell. Starting 36th, driving the number 66, SI Yachts Ford for Garage 66. 47 years old from Bakersfield, California, Casey Mears. Starting 35th, driving the number 44, Fanatic Sportsbook Chevrolet for New York Racing Team. 49 years old from Phoenix, Arizona, J.J. Yaley. Starting 34th, driving the number 10, Alpine Partners Chevrolet for Colleague Racing. 33 years old from Louisville, North Carolina, Ty Dillon. Starting 33rd, driving the number 51, Mighty Firebreaker Ford for Rick Ware Racing. 29 years old from Greensboro, North Carolina, Cody Ware. Starting 32nd, driving the number 35, Monster Energy Zero Sugar Toyota for 2311 Racing. 26 years old from Las Vegas, Nevada, Riley Herbst, the first rookie in the field. Starting 31st, driving the number 88, WeatherTech Chevrolet for Trackhouse Racing. 36 years old from Auckland, New Zealand, Shane Van Gisbergen, the highest starting of the rookies. Starting 30th, driving the number 34, Loves Travel Stops Ford for Front Row Motorsports. 25 years old from Sherrills Ford, North Carolina, Todd Gilliland. Starting 29th, driving the number 7, Gamebridge Chevrolet for Spire Motorsports. 26 years old from Winnemac, Indiana, Justin Haley. Starting 28th, driving the number 42, Mobile One Toyota for Legacy Motor Club. 28 years old from Mooresville, North Carolina, John Hunter Nemechek. Starting 27th, driving the number 41, HaasTooling.com Bonanza Ford for Haas Factory Team in their last race with Ford. 27 years old from Ladera Ranch, California, Cole Custer. Starting 26th, driving the number 3, Bass Pro Shops, Winchester Waterfowl Chevrolet for Richard Childress Racing. 35 years old from Louisville, North Carolina, Austin Dillon. Starting 25th, driving the number 54, Monster Energy Toyota for Joe Gibbs Racing. 23 years old from Charlotte, North Carolina, Ty Gibbs. Starting 22nd, driving the number 38, Aaron's Rent to Own Ford for Front Row Motorsports. 26 years old from Huntington Beach, California, Zane Smith. Starting 23rd, driving the number, no. What the heck? I skipped like a bunch of them. Starting 24th, driving the number 45, the Beast Toyota for 2311 Racing. 29 years old from Corning, California, Bubba Wallace, Tyler Reddick. Starting 23rd, driving the number 23, McDonald's Toyota for 2311 Racing. 32 years old from Mobile, Alabama, Bubba Wallace. Starting 22nd, driving the number 38, Aaron's Rent to Own Ford for Front Row Motorsports. 26 years old from Huntington Beach, California, Zane Smith. Starting 21st, driving the number 60, Fry's Celsius Ford for Roush Fenway Kozlowski Racing. 41 years old from Rochester Hills, Michigan, Brad Keselowski. Starting 20th, driving the number 20 DeWalt Interstate Batteries Toyota for Joe Gibbs Racing, 30 years old from Norman, Oklahoma, Christopher Bell. Starting 19th, driving the number 6 Castrol Ford for Roush Fenway Keselowski Racing, 41 years old from Rochester Hills, Michigan, Brad Keselowski. Starting 18th, driving the number 4 Long John Silver's Ford for Front Row Motorsports, 27 years old from Las Vegas, Nevada, Noah Gregson. Starting 17th, driving the number 9 Napa Auto Parts Chevrolet for Hendrick Motorsports, 29 years old from Dawsonville, Georgia, Chase Elliott. Starting 16th, driving the number 47 Real American Beer Chevrolet for Hayek Motorsports, 38 years old from Olive Branch, Mississippi, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. And starting 15th, driving the number 43 Dollar Tree Toyota for Legacy Motor Club, 29 years old from Byron, Michigan, Eric Jones. Starting 14th, driving the number 99 Trackhouse Chevrolet for Trackhouse Racing, 33 years old from Monterrey, Mexico, Daniel Suarez in his final race with Trackhouse before he moves to Spire Motorsports. He's replacing Justin Haley, who is going back to the Truck Series to race for Colleague. Starting 13th, driving the number 1 Busch Light Chevrolet for Trackhouse Racing, 32 years old from Alva, Florida, Ross Chastain. Starting 12th, driving the number 19 Bass Pro Shops Toyota for Joe Gibbs Racing, 30 years old from Mitchell, Indiana, Chase Briscoe, the first member of the Championship 4. Starting 11th, driving the number 8 Cheddar Scratch Kitchen Chevrolet for Richard Childress Racing, 40 years old from Las Vegas, Nevada, Kyle Busch. Nothing. Now for the top 10, last time this year. Starting 10th, driving the number 22 Shell Pennzoil Ford for Team Penske, 40 years old from Las Vegas, Nevada, Kyle Busch. Starting 9th, driving the number 17 Bodyguard Ford for Roush Fenway Keselowski Racing, 33 years old from Prosper, Texas, Chris Buescher. Starting 8th, driving the number 48 Ally Chevrolet for Hendrick Motorsports, 32 years old from Tucson, Arizona, Alex Bowman. Starting 7th, driving the number 21 Motorcraft Quick Lane Ford for the Wood Brothers, 35 years old from Hendersonville, Tennessee, Josh Berry. Starting 6th, driving the number 77 Delaware Life Chevrolet for Spire Motorsports, 22 years old from Portage, Michigan, Carson Hocevar. Starting 5th, driving the number 12 Menards Dutch Boy Ford for Team Penske, 31 years old from High Point, North Carolina, Ryan Blaney. Starting 4th, driving the number 2 Discount Tire Ford for Team Penske, 27 years old from Mooresville, North Carolina, Austin Cindric, the highest starting of the 13 Fords. Starting 3rd, driving the number 5 HendrickCars.com Chevrolet for Hendrick Motorsports, 33 years old from Elk Grove, California, Kyle Larson, the second of the Championship 4. Starting on the outside pole, driving the number 24 Exalta Chevrolet for Hendrick Motorsports, 27 years old from Charlotte, North Carolina, William Byron, the third member of the Championship 4. No owners playoffs involved here, no different cars. And on the pole, driving the number 11 Progressive Toyota for Joe Gibbs Racing, with a pole time of 26.914 seconds and an average speed of 133.759 miles per hour. 44 years old from Chesterfield, Virginia, the oldest full-time driver in the field, 60 career wins, the highest starting of the 9 Toyotas. This is Byron's the highest starting of the 16 Chevrolets next to him. It's the winningest driver who's never won a championship, Denny Hamlin. That is your starting lineup for today's NASCAR Cup Series Championship race.
Between crew chief and driver. And there's Rudy Fugle, who you just heard from. Ready to go, fresh from a win. What a boost that was a week ago at Martinsville. To get the 24 confirmed into this championship 4. That's 3 of the 4. Let's go to the pole sitter, Denny Hamlin. Here's the 11 team. All right, just like we talked about in the trailer. Execution today. Proud of all you guys at this point. We've got one more in front of us. Execute on track, execution here. Let's go get it. Incredible first year for that man there, Chris Gale, with Denny Hamlin. They've done everything they've needed to do to get Toyota pace car leaves the track.
312 laps around the just over a mile dogleg oval. 500 kilometers. One last race to determine it all. They come out of turn number 4. Work, here we go, through the restart zone. Work green at Phoenix.
Here in Phoenix, it's championship day. Let's go.
They go through the dog leg. Denny Hamlin looking to take the lead coming out of 1 and 2.
Traditional fan out. They're looking to find their spot as they get
He's clear for the lead. Cindric to 3rd, ahead of Larson. Berry up trying to get up to 5th as Blaney falls back to 7th. Briscoe is still outside the top 10, but looking to join his competitors there.
As they complete lap 1 into lap 2, finally, with everything that's gone on all weekend, all day, now it is back to the comfort zone, business as usual. That's what these drivers do. They're the most comfortable behind the wheel, task at hand, quickly feeling out their car, Jeff. What they need, do they need adjustments? As we see the 19 of Briscoe trying to make that little ground. He spotted.
You don't want to be on the outside to make the pass. It hurts the tires. We also might have some tire things to look for. 5 drivers had tire issues in practice.
The time to get track position if you can.
It was worrying times during practice for that 19 team, the Bass Pro Shops Toyota of Joe Gibbs Racing. Qualifying yesterday, they weren't quite sure what they were going to have. And Chase Briscoe said, I was actually quite surprised to be 12th. I thought it might not be that good. So he knows what's at hand here and how he has to work his way forward fairly swiftly.
Now that he's gotten by, made the pass, now he's able to really start thinking about his race car. You see immediately to the bottom of the racetrack, he has very good cars in front of him. This is not going to be easy to get to the front of the pack, but now he can put the car in the lane he wants to put it in and learn what his car does well and what it doesn't do well.
Asymmetric racetrack, turns 3 and 4, where you are right now. More banking, Jeff, a little bit tighter radius. Now you head to the start-finish line. This is the dock leg that was talked about multiple times in pre-race. Now we're down, heading down to 1 and 2. Flat, but wide and sweeping. Options for the drivers.
And one thing I noticed, Steve, is not a lot of drivers are running down there on the flat. A lot of races we come here, they run all the way up against the wall on the bottom of the racetrack. But early in this race, I believe, in an effort to preserve a little bit of tire, some tire issues in practice, sidewalls failing, they're staying above that yellow line. Nobody is really going on the flat.
Ideal start for Denny Hamlin in the 11, the Progressive Toyota.
Hamlin already pulling away about a 10th a lap.
Qualifying, and so far so good. He's got just over half a second, growing closer to a second over William Byron. Good start, Austin Cindric and Kyle Larson. First stage here, remember there are 3 stages. Points are awarded to the rest of the field, but not the championship 4. It's all about the final lap of the race. But those 60 laps in stage 1 can be run on a tank of gas, so no pit stop required under green. But these tires, these Goodyear tires brought this weekend, have good grip, but the grip goes away very quickly. It's going to be up to the drivers, Marty, to manage that grip and take care of those tires.
Steve, Denny Hamlin made his way into the championship 4 by winning the race at Las Vegas earlier in the round of 8. So that gave him a couple of extra weeks to get ready for Phoenix. And Jeff, when we met with him Thursday, he was very open about completely changing his style here at Phoenix. Learned some from his teammates, learned some from other drivers as well. But Jeff, when you're in a position like this, one race to decide a championship, how risky is it to change your style that you've done for years at a racetrack like Phoenix?
Well, Marty, I think it shows the maturity of Denny Hamlin. At 44 years old, many drivers get stuck in their ways. I do it like this. I won 60 races. Why do I need to change? But he felt like he couldn't win this race doing it the way he was doing it. He spent a ton of time studying, understanding what other drivers are doing, and then he went to the simulator and just drove the car like that, taught himself how to drive the car, and then Steve, he had also the wisdom to say, okay, our setup's not going to work. If I'm going to drive the car this differently, we're going to have a different setup. And then his team got brought in to build this setup to his new driving style.
And in any sport, Jeff, when you have an athlete who has just remarkable gifted abilities, and then they match
We had a
those
tire coming off,
abilities
just
with
like a
very
marble or
cerebral
so
it becomes like
of
a
sorts.
dynamic duo, right? It is nearly impossible to beat, and that's what I really give this Denny Hamlin resurgence at 44 years old with all of these wins is he's finding a new way to tackle these racetracks.
There are a lot of people that are close to Hamlin who say that they are seeing a different Denny Hamlin. So could this be his day? Or what about his younger teammate and his new teammate coming to the end of his first
The first 3 championship contenders were up 1, 2, 3 at the start. But Chase Briscoe's back in 12th. When I talked to Jamie Smallow's crew chief this morning, he says, that really doesn't bother me because 4 years ago with Mark Truex Jr., we started 12th. By the end of the first stage, we had won the first stage. So he's only made up 2 since the start of the race, but they're not concerned. So far, no concern from the driver over the radio.
Again, Briscoe.
His laps are a lot slower.
2 positions made in these opening 11 laps here at Phoenix Raceway on Championship Day. Going about it methodically as we see the most successful number in NASCAR Cup Series history, the 11.
That's right. I think over 200 wins with the 11. I mean, drivers like Ned Jarrett, Cale Yarborough, DW. Some other ones, Terry Labonte, Jeff Bodine, Bill Elliott, but the guy who got, but Hamlin has the most wins.
The mix of salty sea air and burnt rubber, the big skies, high banks, and grandstands. The rumble in your chest. That's what we love about the Daytona 500.
When the commercials to go by, I'm picking some notes that I need to make. Are back.
Championship weekend here in the NASCAR Cup Series at Phoenix Raceway, and let's go through the championship 4 and some important numbers. And leading the wins list, Denny Hamlin with 6. How about that? Look at Larson. How about Chase Briscoe, the qualifying king of this season? And William Byron with those laps led and leads all of the drivers. Tell us more, Kim Coon.
Yeah, William currently running soundly in the second position, consistently the fastest on the racetrack. Here with some early observations from the team to William on the radio. And they followed that up with you're doing great. Big long run here, long run. William checked in with the team. They said right now he is just managing his stuff.
The Exalter on board takes us for a ride with William Byron.
I do like to look at this 24 car. What he's able to do, put the left side tires right on the yellow line. Really not having to use a lot of racetrack. He's been a little bit faster than Hamlin the last few laps. Looks very smooth. Look at the steering wheel. Look how little movement there is in the steering wheel. No movement back to the right. A tiny bit right there as he crosses over the seam.
everything's pretty calm right now. Let's go to Briscoe. Briscoe is running back in 10th place. About 2.5 tenths a second off.
Not as smooth. It's very shakier.
Oh boy. How much more movement he's got? Back in his car. Car doesn't turn very well in the middle. Wants it to rotate a little better, but he doesn't have the rear grip he's looking for either. He gets in the corner, turns. He's always checking that turn back to the right. That's checking the rear grip. Back of the car is not in the racetrack. So you can see why the 24 is faster than the 19.
Made up those early positions, 2 early positions, but he's parked at 10th at the moment. Chase Briscoe, while the other championship 3 are in the top 4 positions. Remember, you don't have to win this
Blaney
race.
by Berry. That's for the 7th position.
The highest finishing car out of the 4.
Ryan Blaney in the 12, passing the 21 of Josh Berry, 2 drivers that were fortunate to make the playoffs this year. Blaney went deep in the playoffs. Berry had a little bit of struggle in the first round. I think coming here this weekend, when we just looked at handicapping the overall speed, everybody kind of had the 12 circled. He was so good at New Hampshire. It's a very similar style of racing, very similar, setup and tire combination. It'll be interesting to see as the day goes on how Blaney chooses to race those championship 4, because it's delicate, Dip. He's not going to just pull over and get out of the way, but you also probably have to use a little bit more caution than normal. You don't want to be part of the story and eliminate somebody's championship opportunity with a mistake.
Is Kyle Busch, as we look from the Xfinity Mobile, and Tyler Reddick up ahead of Kyle Busch, multi-time winner here in Phoenix, 2-time Cup Series champion. It's been a rough year. He'd love to end on a high here in Phoenix and head into the off-season with some positivity.
I
Right now, only
think
24
so.
laps, 25 laps into this race. Still 36 to go in this stage. These tires, you can see the rubber on the racetrack. You can see it flying off the race cars every now and then. The longest anybody went in practice yesterday was 30 laps. Look at that on the camera. These tires were designed and built to lose a lot of speed. As the run goes on, the drivers have been asking for it. Goodyear delivered. There is a ton of tire fall off. And I think right now drivers are having to manage that. And everybody is learning what my car will do on a long run and what it won't do.
Boy, they learn in practice, that's for sure. There were 4 issues in the first 10 minutes in practice. And they were playing around, Stevie, with tire pressure and camber.
Yeah,
They learned the hard way.
Yeah, and I would say even though we've run 26 laps without an issue here today, don't just assume that means it's going to be great all day long. It doesn't shock me that people.
My broadcast is ahead of the raw feed, by the way. That's an interesting. Yay, Peacock.
You're not quite fast enough. You know that adjustment is almost instant speed, right, Diff? So if after this practice issues, and you mentioned it, it started right away with one of the championship 4, Chase Briscoe, flat left rear tire. Then his teammate, the 20th Bell, another flat left rear tire. And, so you made adjustments to be safe. I know crew chiefs. I was one. I will tell you, you're going to ease off from those adjustments to try to put some more speed in your car as the day goes.
Being a crew chief is no different than being a driver, right? You have to operate on the edge. If you're not on the edge, you're not going to be going fast enough.
Already a 1.25 seconds slower than the fastest lap, so that grip that we expected fall away is doing it.
Let's talk more about the race leader and championship contender Denny Hamlin, his money.
Yeah, they just 28 laps into the race and becoming very evident to these race teams very quickly. The key today is how good are you going to be on older tires? Denny Hamlin radio to Chris Gale just moments ago said, I've lost a little bit of lateral grip off of turn 4. But a moment ago, Kim kind of updated us that Kyle Larson and William Byron are comparing lines on the racetrack. Chris Lambert, the spotter for Denny Hamlin, did the same exact thing because Byron was quicker. He adjusted his line to match that marker, and he's picked up time since.
And Marty for Kyle Larson, who's currently in 4th. He lost a spot the initial start there, and then is settled in the 4th place position. And often I'm asked, what makes Kyle Larson so good? And I think we saw it throughout this weekend in practice and qualifying. He was one of the first to use an unusual line down in 1 and 2 and 3, 4 going higher up the racetrack. Then he did the same thing in qualifying. I asked his crew chief, Cliff Daniels, what was that? He said, that's classic Kyle Larson. He was able to make speed on an area of the racetrack that others are not. Right now, the team has been helping him with what you mentioned in terms of moving his line to try and find a little bit more speed. Look for him to start trying to shorten his entries and get straighter exits on the exit of the corners to try try and conserve those rear tires a little bit.
30 down, 31 down, 29 to go in stage 1. And less than a second between Hamlin and Byron at the front.
It's just like the 600 earlier this year. They're not getting away from each other.
As long as we have each other, anything is possible. The moment we enter our happy place, join the 70th celebration at the happiest place on earth.
Lung cancer isn't me. This is me.
Your life comes first. So discover the first combination of two immunotherapies, Opdivo plus Yervoy, for adults newly diagnosed with non-small cell lung cancer that has spread, tests positive for PD-L1, and does not have an abnormal EGFR or ALK gene. Opdivo plus Yervoy gives you 2 ways to help your body attack cancer. Opdivo and Yervoy can cause your immune system to harm health.
The 24 is closing in. There he is.
NASCAR 25 is available now for PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. You can get the real NASCAR experience, build your own team, race online, and go door to door with the stars, and learn more at NASCAR25.com. Championship Day, part of Championship Weekend, continues here. Been 2 fantastic days prior with the Truck Series finale, the Xfinity Series finale last night, and now here we are with the Cup Series decided. Denny Hamlin has seen his advantage basically cut in half with William Byron, who is on the surge.
Look at that right there, how much slower William Byron is able to leave the corner. Steve talked about how 3 and 4 is completely different than this end of the corner. William now is running the high line, tries to turn, leave low, gain tons of momentum on corner exit. He is coming. He is definitely faster than the 11. Watch down here. Let's see if they do the same thing.
Wow.
Denny Hamlin goes to the bottom. Byron to the top, but right there, Denny's car will not stay on the bottom as long as William Byron's is. William is definitely faster. He just has to find a way around.
Steve, you work for Rick Hendrick. He's trying to win his 15th Cup Series title here today. Rick Hendrick
Gonna lap traffic. There's Yaley. Wow, Hamlin went really low. He went below the yellow line. That's interesting.
Of his dedication to study, his application to the preparation, and William told us earlier this week that he, as a big golf fan, has learned from Scotty Scheffler, world #1. If you turn up to the first tee knowing you've done your homework and your preparation, you aren't nervous. You should be nervous. You agree?
Absolutely. I think that is something that you have to figure out for yourself. And nerves are a natural reaction to the size of the moment. It's almost respect and appreciation for the opportunity ahead. So you can't eliminate that part of it. That adrenaline is good. What you have to figure out is, are there some undue nerves? Are there unanswered questions? Could you have done something more during the week? I thought that was fascinating.
Lap car.
And I got that prepared approach feeling really from all 4 drivers, Jeff.
And I think today is a unique challenge. No one really knew coming into this race what these new tires were going to do.
Oh, that was not a good turn 1 and 2.
Denny Hamlin was the fastest driver on the track, 16 of the first 25 laps, but none since the 25th lap. So right now, the 11 knows, look, they're really good, right? But they know they need to be a little bit better on the long run.
See Mr. Hendrick on the left side, sitting on the 48 pit box. No surprise to me that
Cody
Jeff
Ware
Gordon
next.
and Mr. Hendrick, both co-chairmen. Mr. Hendrick, obviously the owner, Jeff Gordon, the co-chairman. They're going to split the 9 and the 48 pit box. Let the 24 and the 5 race under their own pressure.
Let's check out this progressive telemetry. Riding along with William Byron, you can see that part, that right there is where I think William Byron has the advantage on the 11.
That was a good exit.
Able to go wide open throttle. Look at the ground he made up.
Let's have a listen to some 24 radio.
Feel okay, just a little bit free off. Actually, feel a little bit tight. It's a little tight and a little free off.
It sounds crazy when you're talking about a two-time Daytona 500 winner as a moment, as a pivotal moment in his career. But last
Running that low lane now. Hamlin taking the high side.
the way that this man, William Byron, went about winning that.
So Denny Hamlin knows that he's got to find something different. What he's been doing in 1 and 3 and 4 wasn't working. So
11
now
drifts
he's
up.
trying a different line. He was on
Will he be going way down too? Ooh, little shaky off the turn. They're coming up on the tight hill, and
William Byron now, I'm sorry, Denny Hamlin now will be forced to the bottom of the racetrack. William saw that, so he went to the middle where hopefully he was looking for some clean air. Let's see what Denny Hamlin does this time. He's got a little bit of a gap, so it's an opportunity to experiment, but right back to the bottom.
Hamlin said
Lap car! Screw you!
that yes, while he's got a specific philosophy about car setup, he said, I won't go into the race with a hard and fast strategy, Steve. I have to be adaptable and change with the circumstances.
Well, you don't win 60 races without understanding that it's nearly impossible to predict what's going to go on during these races. You see Jeff Gordon.
Look at, you see that fiery reaction from Jeff? You can't tell me that he doesn't ride every lap with the drivers that drive.
There's
race
Allmendinger
cars
next.
overseas. There's a reason that man won 93 races. I was fortunate enough to win 10 of my career with Jeff Gordon. He taught me so much about racing, but the number one thing was that fiery attitude. You race every practice, every qualifying, every position, every lap.
Now he's unfortunate to race against it.
And in this cockpit, William Byron is wearing the flame suit, the driving suit that Jeff made famous.
Peacock brings the thrills of Jurassic World Rebirth home.
I can guarantee your safety.
Oh my! Oh. Wow, we close.
And look how close it is. With 10 laps to go in this opening stage here in Phoenix, William Byron has reduced the deficit. He is starting to zero in on the back of the race.
Blaney by Larson for 5th.
Denny Hamlin. Kyle Larson has lost a spot. He slipped back to 5th as
Ooh.
The handling issues for the 11, I think, can be overcome by himself, but now that he's in traffic and he loses the preferred lane or has to run a little bit shallower exit, that's where the handling...
The Tide car got lapped. Damn. That's a lot of lap traffic.
He's going to have some trouble on exit. He's going to have the 35 on the outside. No, he'll have the clear exit, but the 24 still has momentum.
Can't wait to see what William Byron does in the 24 car.
We got Herbst, McDowell, SVG, and
Somewhere different.
Mears. Ooh, here comes Byron to the outside.
William Byron intensifying the pressure to Denny Hamlin. 52 laps and Hamlin hasn't seen somebody
Oh.
his lead like this.
Now what we haven't seen is the ability
Herbst gets out of the way.
in this end of the racetrack, so Williams says no problem. I'll just make it 3 wide in the middle.
Oh,
Riley Herbst on one side, Hamlin on the other. Shane Van Gisbergen.
can he clear him? Byron's clear.
It's William Byron in the 24. Hendrick Motorsports versus Joe Gibbs Racing. 2 cars each in the championship 4. 2 in the top 2 here. It's Byron who leads.
So advantage Byron with the motivation that he drove up and passed the 11. Now if you're the crew chief, Chris Granell and Denny Hamlin, I'm reminding my driver, it's okay, we're going to make adjustments. Really focus on that 24. Let me know where you think our car has to be better now that you've seen someone in front of you who is better. Remember, Denny's led the whole race. He hasn't been able to judge off really anyone else, Jeff. Now I want you to look right out the window and tell me, what is this 24 doing that ours isn't? Where can I help you?
And also, if I'm William Byron, I'm not showing you everything. I don't have to win the stage by 10 cars. I can win it by 1. I'm not going to show you all of my strengths.
Here's Blaney to E3. We're trying to.
Car Blaney, he is absolutely flying. Fastest car on the racetrack.
Yeah, the leaders are going to deal with this 12 before this day is out.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he won.
Championship, he'll end the year with a victory.
See, I just like
Ooh.
that 24 car. Look where he can run.
Wow.
Anywhere. He runs the top, he runs the bottom, he paints the line. He just has flexibility in his car. Puts it right on the bottom, you make that work. I just think right now this 24 car is without a doubt the best.
4 laps to go in this opening stage as he breezes past Johanna Nemechek for the legacy.
Damn. Well, 28 cars in the lead lap.
And Hamlin.
Hey, there's Blaney. Where did he come from?
In his rearview mirror, here comes Ryan
I mean, I know.
So at the conclusion of this stage, we'll do the same as you're doing at home, and what the respective crew chiefs will have
Well,
to
thank
do.
God he didn't make it to Phoenix.
Adjustments do they have to make? Because the longer that this stage went on, William Byron just looked stronger and stronger.
Right there. The 12 car just changes direction with less effort, less tire scrub, and for that reason, he then has exit, right? We talk about being loose off, but if the car turns in the middle...
Okay, Blaney to the inside of Hamlin.
It's the second half of the corner. You're going to see it again. Even with the upper line, which should give the 11 more acceleration, he's unable to do it. The bottom lane of Blaney matched it down the straightaway.
Remember the strength of William Byron last week to win that race in Martinsville to beat Blaney was a long run. He got long run speed.
Ooh, Hamlin loses it out of 1-2. Blaney takes second.
Joe Gibbs,
We got Nemechek in front of them,
top right box there, watches on with a long
but
range.
Blaney's gonna hold on. All right, last lap of the stage.
Amazing conversation he had in pre-race, that interview with Coach talking about his legacy, his relationship with Denny, and what it would mean to go get a championship with Denny at this point in his career. And Jeff, you had that question to Denny. It was such an emotional moment. I wasn't expecting it.
Yeah, very emotional.
Final lap of stage 1 brought to you by Credit One Bank and William Byron. He had to really...
Here comes the 24 around turn 4. He's gonna win stage 1.
And we'll take this first stage. So, as far as a first...
Blaney second, Hamlin third, Cindric fourth, Larson fifth, Hocevar sixth, Bowman seventh, Logano eighth, Busher ninth, Briscoe in 10th.
Briscoe finished 10th. Clearly, he's the team and driver car that need the most improvement at this point.
Started 12th, finished 10th. Ryan Blaney finishes second behind Byron and Denny Hamlin. So the 24 up front. The car now driven by William Byron, and that was since the start of 2018, but of course made famous by the co-chairman at Hendrick Motorsports and the Hall of Famer Jeff Gordon, who won all 4 of his Cup titles and all 9
Have you been injured and are searching for an injury law firm? Are you looking for an experienced law firm that gets you results? Are you looking for a law firm that will treat you like family and not just a number? Then look no further. Call the law firm of David C. Chavis now, and we can help you get back on the road to recovery and make sure to hold those accountable so it doesn't happen to anyone else. We have over 40 years of proven success, the resources to take. When you bundle motorcycle, RV, and boat insurance, visit progressive.com. Earlier this weekend, Chase Briscoe was awarded the 2025 Busch Light Pole Award. Briscoe won more pole positions than any other driver this year. He was the top qualifier with 7 races, including 3 straight. However, he didn't get that yesterday, and that put him back in the pack in 12th. He worked his way forward to 10th in that first stage. Pit road, obviously a crucial part of this championship race. We talk a lot about the pit stops, but sometimes it's the pit stall. This is the pit stall for the 24. Look how dark the concrete is. All the tire rubber that's been put down over the course of the weekend with the different races that's going on. Well, if we look to the right,
Hamlin reporting clutch pedal is long.
both in the truck and the Xfinity race, the drivers complain.
I'm pretty sure it's the same problem they were trying to fix yesterday.
Concrete is on this 11 pit stall. Chris Gabehart, competition director Chris Gale, the crew chief were both in last night with crew members after the Xfinity Series race, scraping the rubber off, literally scrubbing it with water and cleanup trucks, trying to take all the debris, all the rubber off. I mean, look at the side-by-side. This area over here is just so dark, while this right here is so clean, and you just wonder if it's going to really help just the acceleration out of that pit box 1. Tide Pit Road is about to come to life, and here they come, led by William Byron. Dave Burns, take it away.
Chase Briscoe will be the first one to hit. He only made up 2 positions from 12th place starting position. He called the car really, really loose at the right rear. Also had a vibration, but he couldn't find the bottom of the track because that looses in the right rear, partner.
And game from Kyle Larson, he said, I actually lost my right rear there, just abused it too much. They're going to loosen him up in the center of the corner so he can exit straighter. 4 tires for him, Kim.
And for William Byron, he said tight in and through the middle. Got to get the wheel straight for exit. Little free exit. Overall reasonable. He said, I'm just telling you stuff to tell you, Rudy. So just a tiny air pressure adjustment on those 4 fresh tires, Marty.
Kim, it's clear that Chris Gale has to go to work on the long run speed for Denny Hamlin, especially since this.
All right, Blaney wins the race off pit road. Ooh, Blaney, Byron, Hamlin, Larson. A 2 for Blaney? Hosevar, Briscoe, Logano, Busher, Bowman, Bell.
And we are early in this race.
Good stop from the 12 team for Ryan Blaney, so to the 19 for Chase Briscoe. He needed that. He was able to leapfrog Austin Cindric and Chris Buescher. Championship 4. It is all to play for here today in Phoenix.
Liam Lawson is at Phoenix, the Formula One driver for for Racing Bulls.
Stage one over here at Phoenix Raceway on Championship Sunday. William Byron, very impressive, comes off pit road in second. Denny Hamlin led much of that stage, but fell back to third. DJ, your impressions of stage one?
Yeah, I think Denny Hamlin showed he has the speed in his car, but a little adjustment. I'm not concerned about Denny Hamlin at this point in time if they can make the right adjustment, other than the fact that you brought up about a clutch issue. Surely not again.
Yeah, how about William Byron? He showed that long run strength last week at Martinsville, Brad, and clearly it's in the 24 again today.
Yeah, that's been a huge adjustment because all season long it's been more short runs for this 24 car. They adjusted last week. They've got today. Denny Hamlin's usually the long run expert, so let's keep an eye on that. It's going to be interesting.
And Lee, after all that, the race off pit road, Ryan Blaney up front. We kind of predicted Team Penske might be in a position to win, and Blaney's got him there to start stage two.
He did a nice job, so too did Hocevar and Briscoe. Stevie, how nerve-wracking is this clutch situation with the 11?
Well, very, very nerve-wracking. Let's listen into what the driver had to say.
Clutch pedal is long, and the best I can tell you is probably enough here on the first row if it's staying long, but let me know.
So once again, normally it wouldn't concern me, but this team has been plagued by mechanical gremlins, the clutch being one of them. A couple races this year, the clutch took the 11 out. We'll have to keep an eye on it. And quickly on
Here we
12,
go.
graphics at 2 tires we've confirmed with Kim.
The final champ 4 in the top 5. Here we go. We're green again at Phoenix. One on launch for the number 12.
The Menards Ford. Beautiful restart to commence stage 2. Hamlin on the inside of William Byron.
Hamlin trying to go way inside. Byron trying to take the long way around.
You've got all the championship 4 in the top half.
Byron clears Hamlin off 2. Briscoe falling back. He's behind Hocevar. He's behind almost behind Logano.
Trying to get on the outside of Byron. He did it.
Hamlin gets back to the outside of the 24. They're side by side now. Hamlin almost ahead as they enter turn 1.
HendrickCars.com on board. Let's ride with Kyle Lawson. Have a listen.
Hamlin clear. Briscoe back to P6. Oh, no, he's battling Logano for P6. Hamlin trying to run down Blaney. Wow, that thing is fire. The 11 is firing off real good.
See early on in this second stage, what appeared to be maybe Ryan Blaney taking off. Denny Hamlin's going with it.
Caution.
Caution's out for the first time.
Nemechek.
And it's John Hunter Nemechek.
Interesting spot, kind of the end of the backstretch. Really interesting to see how he got here. I'm guessing had to be some contact between a couple cars. I don't see any heavy damage to the car, at least on the right side or on the nose. We'll see if he can get it fired and drive away.
He was running back in 30th.
Gonna go lap
Wasn't having a
down.
very good day. He's struggling a little bit. This isn't going to help him.
Now, with only 3 green flag laps on the tires, I would imagine all the leaders will just stay on the racetrack.
Pretty interesting battle watching Blaney, Hamlin, Byron. Makes me think, is Byron trying to be patient? You know, was that long run speed, was it not all race car? Was it some of the fact that William was willing to be patient early in that first run, and he learned something?
Yeah.
He said, okay, let's don't push this thing too hard early. Let's go back and see what we can figure out happened with the 42 car.
That was a little difficult to pick up.
Yeah. Here we go.
This might tell us more.
Was
Third time lucky.
there
is contact there.
was our yellow car? It looked like.
Yeah, NASCAR's had a good year this year. More top 5s, top 10s, and laps led this year than any other season. Team Legacy Motorsports, Jimmy Johnson.
Legacy Motor Club.
The owner, 7-time champion Jimmy Johnson, knows something about success. This team is built all that this year.
Would you be able to see what Williams looked like? Because he was much better than me in the end.
Yeah, we're going to find out. And we heard the 11 call out over the radio. They had one small cork on the right front also. They said the right rear did not have one.
So you heard there, just comparing to his teammate there, William Byron, also compared to Denny Hamlin and some of the cording they saw on the right front, which they had as well. So that's part of the tire we talked about. Goodyear intentionally built a tire that will wear out, lose speed, and some of that is just the rubber coming off the tire.
So it just got going in the second stage with under caution. First race caution of the day. We'll reset things and get going when we come back.
Hell, I can do that. You want it right today. Get it done the Daniel's way. Daniel, on the E&M. Things backed up when you got cold feet, but the air conditioner's blowing.
Denny Hamlin had cording in stage 1.
Stars. Oh, find the best.
Is that the one?
No, we've seen that one. Ah, yes. The elusive 5.25% peak plus high yield checking. A true beauty. Peak plus high.
Win a 2025 Ford Bronco Heritage Edition or Bronco Off-Rodeo Experience. Scan the QR code that you see on your screen or visit NASCAR.com/Ford Playoffs promo now and enter before it's too late. That is key. We are on board. Joey Logano, the outgoing champion in the NASCAR Cup Series. Boy, this time a year ago, such a special time. Entered that special zone, that rarefied air, of being a three-time champion. I want to give a special shout out. See the Hunt Brothers logos on the right there, and then you see like a figure above that? That's a special nod to one of our family members, one of our crew people, Anthony Marshall, more affectionately known as T-Bone, who's been in television sports production for some 42 years. Today is his final laps with us and in the industry. T-Bone, on behalf of everybody, thank you so much. She's in the promo room, and that's T-Bone saying thanks very much. That's camera 4 here at Phoenix Raceway, and anybody in the industry knows T-Bone and his incredible work over many decades. Thanks, mate. Time to head to Tide Pit Road. Marty, tell us more about Denny Hamlin. What's happening?
Lee, under this caution, the topic of Denny Hamlin's clutch still an issue. Chris Gale asked Denny Hamlin, did it rear up on the pit stop as well? And could you learn anything about it on the pit stop? This is what Denny said.
It's I pump it up, I do get a little pedal back, nothing like stock, but I do have enough to disengage right now. Yeah, that's the only advice I give you is to pump it up. If the moment is coming back, you're getting enough clutch stroke or it's still operable. You know, if the pedal drops for some reason, let me know it's safe, then you need to pull it back.
Steve, you mentioned the issues mechanically for the 11 team this year. A clutch took them out when they had a winning car at Kansas earlier this year. So what is in Chris Gale's playbook that he can maybe do to help his driver, or is Denny on his own?
Denny's basically on your own. You might be able to try to bleed the clutch, but it's a very complicated project. Jeff, the good news is on the racetrack, it's not an issue. The clutch isn't used, but pit stops become nearly impossible. This isn't like a 4-speed. You can't knock it into neutral. You would have to lever it all the way forward to find neutral.
Exactly. Right now, this restart, he's not going to use the clutch at all. Accelerate, go through the gears, never touch the clutch. Push stop, push light, restart.
All right, green, green, green.
Great restart. They fan out as they always do. They tip
3 wide to the inside. Look at Kyle Larson trying to make his moves as well.
restart from the 11.
Briscoe trying to make it 4 wide. Ooh.
No worries there.
How about Larson? He jumped to the outside.
Ooh. A little smoke from Bell. Larson trying to get around Byron. He gets to third. No, second. But Blaney is back to 5th.
Hamlin with a couple of car lengths gap over Kyle Larson, then William Byron. The 2 Hendrick cars run together.
Hocevar in that 77 car trying to get to the outside of Byron.
Oh, wait. Hocevar's in 4th?
Now Byron's trying to get to the outside of Larson.
Trying, but denied. Unless he crosses him over here.
Jeff, you said it. We usually see that, I call it the ball field or the flat area of the dogleg, used a lot more early in these runs, but the leaders are definitely avoiding it. I think that's
Oh, 4 wide again. Almost.
It allows you to run a little bit lower air pressure if you didn't have that real rough transition lap after lap.
For a moment, we saw 4 wide there with Alex Bowman and Austin Cindric and Christopher Bell and the 1 of Ross Chastain. Meanwhile, look at Hamlin in the top box as he stretches his advantage now to a second. It didn't quite get to that with William Byron earlier on, so Hamlin boasts his biggest lead of the day.
And if unlike stage 1 that was only 60 laps, the much longer 125 lap stage 2 will require a pit stop. If something happens, you can do it under yellow, but if not, it will definitely under green as we ride on board.
Hamlin is hauling away.
Onboard camera.
It's crazy back here. Every single week we see the madness of being back mid-pack, how wild it is. Denny Hamlin, this is something you never see. Denny Hamlin is over a half the second faster than second and third place.
Yep.
That tells me that what Denny Hamlin is doing, he is learning and pushing his race car. He wants to know what it will and will not do. These 2 guys, they aren't doing that. They are thinking long run speed. They're thinking if I push too hard, it's going to hurt my long run speed. And Denny has said, to heck with it. I'm going to go and just push my car as hard as I can.
Well, half the option is save tire, half speed lane, or Jeff, give him a gap. Give him a big lead and let him try to chase you down.
Denny Hamlin told us earlier this week that he studied his teammate Christopher Bell, who's a multi-time winner here in Phoenix. He wanted to know what made Bell so good here and how Bell drove the car. And Denny
Waiting, trying to come back. Past his Hocevar.
relearn how to drive Phoenix Raceway. He said it's either going to work or it's not. And I'm up for that change. I'm willing to do it. Well, that change is working now to the tune of almost a 2-second advantage over Kyle Larson. He's going for it on board. Bush light on board. Ross Chastain.
Bell and Cindric battling for 9th. Chastain's going to get a good run off the turn. Cuts to the inside. A little tap to Bell in the process.
That might jump. Okay.
Chastain gets the whammy there. 2-for-1 deal.
Phoenix specifically is the only non-championship Ford race winner when he won here a few years ago. An impressive drive out of the one. And then you look at the 77 of Hocevar right in fifth. Jeff, we make a lot of Hocevar because he does find some ways to get himself in the news. But man, he has a lot of raw speed in that car.
Yeah, it certainly does. His crew chief, Luke Lambert, I think this offseason will be important for that team just to get together and kind of like refocus. What's our goal on us every single week? And one of those things has to be get to the finish of the races.
Oh, you see Josh Berry there in that red and white. Dex Imaging for the Wood Brothers. There's the 21.
Hey, Chase Elliott approaching the top 10 for the first time.
A little out of shape there. Good catch. Chase Elliott on the inside in the Napa 9. Hamlin now 2.2 seconds out in front. As he comes across the line, that's more than likely to grow even more over Kyle Larson. Almost 2.3, so another 10th now. So he's taking option B, Steve. Not being conservative, he's going for it.
I like it. I like what Jeff was saying. You know, he's obviously pushing and learning. We heard a few reports from pit road about some tire wear, maybe a few cords. It didn't sound like anything too urgent from all the radios I was reading. So this rate, you know, this stage if done correctly, you break it up a little bit more in the middle. You actually shouldn't run as long on a set of tires here as you did stage one.
He's been the fastest car every lap since the restart. Here's the McDonald's 23 of Bubba Wallace, the Brickyard 400 winner, and featured so heavily in these playoffs. But there's something going wrong with it.
Yeah, something's wrong with the 23. He turned left and he's just overall down on total speed. I don't know
Yeah,
if
that thing.
gearing issue, but you see cars left and right.
Oh, yeah, he just. Oh, dear.
Oh, but he missed the entrance. We'll have to see if the 23 can get back around the pit road.
Huh?
Didn't quite pick up that radio.
Sounds like it's a power issue. They're giving him some reports about the master switch trying to turn it on and off, so maybe it's an electrical issue. Sick. You just see it's just not up to speed, not up to power. You don't see any smoke out of the tailpipes. That would tell you it's an obvious engine issue, Jeff. But you know these engines are electronically controlled with the ECU, so it could be a sensor, much like your car at home, Parker. If the sensor doesn't know what the engine needs, it's not going to run properly.
Right, Steve, it's a throttle position sensor issues, what the team is saying on the radio. To your point, it all runs through the electronics there where the throttle is, and so the engine isn't getting the right message as where that throttle is right now. They're obviously trying to cycle through and figure out the problem.
So it's a mechanical throttle, right? It's not drive-by-wire. You step on the pedal, it moves, right? It's a cable-driven wire. But if the engine thinks it's at wide open or zero throttle, there are some protections about hub throttles. There's some protection about saving an engine with a throttle position and oil pressure. So it can really lose its mind if it doesn't understand where Bubba Wallace has the throttle. Let's listen in.
At least the season's over after today.
For Bubba Wallace. And there's been a little bit of this around from this man right here. Remember, Denny Hamlin last week at Martinsville. He didn't need to do anything special there. He was already in the championship four, but he was kind of cruising in second. I think by his time when the engine expired on the 11, Marty.
Well, that lead for Hamlin, he has stormed to the lead almost 3 seconds now. Normally a signature is how good they are on the later runs. And Jeff, you pointed out, he is really giving up the front end of the run here. And Hamlin told Chris Gale something very interesting. He said, let's just see what happens here. His father, Chris Lambert, keeps saying, hey, make sure it lives, make sure it goes. But to your point, Hamlin seems to be experimenting right now. Said the turn's better, but what is he learning in this experiment, Jeff?
Well, look, I like what he's doing here as long as he doesn't damage a tire, right? I like the fact he's just pushing his car as hard as it will go to understand what they will need for, number one, a short run. If this thing gets down to the end, you get a 20-25 lap run, what does my car need to do better? And then number two, if I'm going to push, you see Bubba Wallace coming into this now, if I'm going to push hard for the entire run, where does it go? Can we make it? What do the tires look like? What adjustments do we need to make? So, you know, this, unlike all the races throughout the year where they're racing for stage points and all that, they're not. They're racing for just the best finish of the race. So is this team experimenting a little bit here just so that they know what they need in any scenario? Because you need a long
Take this off. It's a little warm.
Scope of the year, Jeff. Well, the six-time winner this year, Denny Hamlin. His season has been punctuated by various issues, Steve. Texas in early May.
Major engine issue. You see the fire out from underneath the car, and then Kansas. A clutch issue for the 11. Sounds familiar? Same issue they're fighting today. They ended up damaging the clutch beyond repair. Had to go back and fix it. That was a throttle issue at Talladega.
It wasn't over yet.
And then Martinsville, just a week ago, as I mentioned, doing a nice job, and then the engine expired on the 11.
Steve, what concerns me the most about this 11 car is that they had a clutch problem yesterday.
Yeah, Friday in practice, yeah.
Friday. If they had an opportunity to work on it, to try to make it better, they bled it, try to get the air out of the system. That didn't fix it. So what is the problem?
And fellow Toyota driver Bubba Wallace on pit road.
Briscoe passes Hocevar for P5.
You're watching the NASCAR Cup Series Championship Day here on NBC, presented by Raceway. Beautiful day here in Phoenix. Lee Diffie, Jeff Burton, Steve Letarte with you, the whole gang, and Daniel Suarez. Look at this car. I want to tell you about Freeway Insurance, because we're excited to welcome them as a premier partner of the 2026 NASCAR Cup Series and the official Choose Rule sponsor. Because in racing, as in life, every choice defines the journey. Freeway proudly celebrates the fans, the sport, and the spirit of America. Together, we're empowering drivers everywhere to make the smart choice with Freeway Insurance. Daniel Suarez, who's been a Freeway Insurance ambassador with Trackhouse Racing, he's coming to the end of his 5th full season with Trackhouse. He's off to Spire next year, and look at this. Team giving him a beautiful send-off with an awesome car with big decal saying thank you, Daniel. So wishing him well, as we've got trouble with his teammate at Trackhouse, Shane Van Gisbergen.
See some smoke out the back.
SVG blows up.
Right sides look up as the left.
I think.
Nope, there you have it. Said it spun out.
Remember, he spun. Oh! Briscoe flat.
Chase Briscoe.
No,
Tire down. He
Okay, it's flat tire for Briscoe.
But you can see it's the right rear. In
Good.
practice, it was left sides. That's what you would imagine would be the air pressure issue. So we don't know if he ran something over or what happened. Remember, these tires have been on for quite some time, plus a caution and a cycle. Now he's trying to get it back to James Small. You see the concern in the bottom left, leaning in, orchestrating the team about not only getting the tire change, but trying to limit the damage, right? So they'll jack it up. First things first, right rear tire off. You're going to look inside to see what kind of damage it did to maybe the brakes, the brake line. You see the cording. That's what they're kind of trying to get free in the car. He'll go back out and try to save a lap. But now the question is how much damage has been done to the 19?
He was running fifth position. And this team and this driver, I thought, had made the largest improvement of all the teams. Unfortunately, this is going to set them back.
What a huge break, though. That we were under yellow for an incident with the 88. If this was under green, this would have been just a day ender.
Championship ender. Have a listen.
Things happened there. Number one, he did not wreck the race car. That was a fortunate break. Number two, look at them in front. You see the smoke? The smoke is the caution for the 88 cars. He spun out. So
Very lucky for Briscoe, although Briscoe probably to go to the back though.
So SVG, we talk about this track a lot. It's a little bit like Richmond. You think the corner's over. It isn't.
No.
There's so low a grip, and then he just spun it out. You know, hats off to SVG. I know this isn't the send-off he's looking for. 5 wins in the road courses, though. Continually improving, moving up inside the top 20 on a lot of the ovals. I can only imagine the learning curve. I think that's 88 is going to be, one to really keep an eye on again next year.
Last 3 races, all in the top 15, of course, on ovals. So progress being made, but he said it on the radio. No grip. It just spun on me.
Well, and again, we keep talking about the tires and how they are built to wear out. And every driver I talked to said when they lose grip, it is a handful.
Well, now here with 77 to go, we are inside a fuel window, meaning a pit stop from here will get you to the end of the stage. Now, as a crew chief, my stomach does not love the idea of trying to run 75 laps on these tires that are high wear.
Especially after what we just said.
Yeah, just in general, it's Phoenix is an odd place. Even when there's not tire concerns, there's brake concerns, Jeff. It's a very odd track. By definition, it's not a short track. You use brakes like a short track. You can overcool them. Just so much going on. This 19 car, Chase Briscoe, is going to be very interesting to see, A, what kind of damage they feel that flat tire did, and what they feel they can repair. Let's listen into the 19.
What caused that? Was that vibration that we're running in? Probably very, very subtle. Yeah, from like minus 3, I would say. It was pretty, terrible, but I mean, it was noticeable.
So Friday in practice, they had a flat tire, and then they were really unable to run a lot because he kept talking about vibrations. There's Coach Gibbs, obviously concerned, looking on. So a couple things. What can happen is the tire can be damaged, it can lose air, it can go flat, and Jeff as a driver, you can have no idea. The other thing that can happen is these tires have belts in them. And if you get low enough on air, whether that's your setting, or maybe you just run something over, and the tire goes down, it can break one of those belts internally, and it just picks up like a harmonic, kind of like a little bit of turbulence, like a high-speed turbulence in the tire. You already said it all the way from maybe lap 3 of this run.
And he said a vibration again, because we talked about a vibration on the first run of the race also. You get to the point as a driver, you're like, hey, they all vibrate. Why am I going to say it, right? So he was given that information after the fact, because he had a vibration in practice, had a vibration on the first run. Why do I need to keep repeating myself?
All right, ball goes from the track to pit road. The ball gets tossed. Special teams, it's like, you sit around for 15, 20, 30 minutes, Diff, and then you're expected to jump into action.
Keep in mind, the Hendrick duo, the 5 and the 24, their respective pit crews have been spectacular this season. Do they do it again, Parker, and are they able to leapfrog Denny Hamlin? We'll find out. Let's go to tight pit road.
That would be the hope here for the 5 team. They told him he's being beat in turn 4, and Kyle let them know he's trying to be down.
All right, pit stops.
That's very hard to do. They're going to continue to loosen him up in the center of the corner to try and help him out. That's it, Kim.
Parker for his teammate William Adams said no big balance complaints.
Great stop for the 5.
Run, and I didn't benefit on the back end of it. He said my tires weren't happy. I wasn't going to go forward. I need my tires happy. They did make an air pressure adjustment on those 4 good years, Marty.
Denny Hamlin told Chris Gale it's really good for about
Good Stop for the 24. Hamlin wins the race off pit road. Hamlin, Larson, Byron, Blaney.
That was close though. Good stop from the 5 team. That was really close between the 11 and the 5 of Hamlin and Larson. Again, here's the reason why we're under caution. One of the championship 4, Chase Briscoe. Tire issue. Fortunately, it happened under caution.
Our goal was simple. Make it all fit. That feeling of being part of it all. That's why we went to work on this game. You want to feel NASCAR the way we live it. Time is now. This one's built for the fans. For anybody who wants to experience what it's really like. From the sound, to the speed, to the venues. All that's left to do is fire it up.
There it is, Limu, the 50-yard line. Soon we'll be telling the whole stadium how Liberty Mutual customizes car insurance. To save people hundreds! Whoa.
Looks like we're working. Good at halftime. Only pay for what you need. Liberty, 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 liberty. Let's talk about innovation.
I'll take it from here. The wheel, the internet, and now new Fireball Blazing Apple. We did it. New Fireball Blazing Apple, mankind's greatest innovation.
If the Colonel knew we waited this long to bring our tangy, smoky KFC original honey barbecue back, he'd be a little upset.
I'll get them up.
The Colonel lived, so we took chicken. Back because you begged for it. KFC original honey barbecue.
What do you say when a Jewish boy is kicked on a New York City sidewalk? What do you say when a Holocaust survivor is firebombed on the streets of Colorado? What do you say when 1 in 3 Jewish Americans were victims of hate last year? When there are no words, there's still the symbol to show you care. Share the blue square and stand up to Jewish hate. Seahawks, Commanders, Sunday Night Football on NBC and Peacock.
NASCAR 25 is available now for PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. Get the real NASCAR experience, build your own team, race online, and go door to door with the stars. And you can learn more at NASCAR25.com. Look at this day we're being treated to here in Phoenix. We're about half an hour southwest of downtown Phoenix, Arizona, here at Phoenix Raceway. And this discussion continues, this topic of discussion continues with Denny Hamlin.
So let's go on board with this Toyota on board. Just let's peer into this pit stop and specifically what Hamlin does and how he does it and watch the clutch. So Jeff, let's go on board and see what Denny does. You're in second gear coming into stop. Watch his right hand.
Watch his hand. He's coming. He stops. And now he puts it in gear. So right now his foot is on the clutch. He is holding it, holding it, holding it. It means the clutch is operating properly. Watch his hand. Never lose it. Dumps the clutch and off he goes.
Yeah, because he pulls it in second gear. So he only goes from second to first, like a motorcycle, right? He downshifts one time. I was wondering to see if we would see 2 downshifts. That would take it all the way to neutral, allow his foot to come off the clutch. So currently, it seems like the 11 has enough clutch to perform the pit stops. So we'll have to just keep an eye on it, though. Remember, still 198 and at least 2. I would expect probably 4 more pit stops during the race.
And in that passage, during stage 2, Hamlin was able to eke out a 3+ second advantage over the Hendrick duo of Kyle Larson and William Byron. We'll see what this restart is like in the Busch Light restart zone.
All right, green, green, green again.
Pretty even between Larson and Hamlin. Byron is poised. That Dayglow yellow and arts forward to Blaney. Hosomar's in the mix. So too Ross Chastain.
And as nerve-wracking as the day is for these championship 4, the last place you want to be is 7 rows back in that mix, right? You want to stay up front, stay out of the quagmire.
And remember, Briscoe's back in 32nd after his issues.
Tell you who is quiet.
So Hamlin, Larson, Byron, top 3.
Your eye on that bright yellow and black DeWalt Toyota, the
We'll see.
The pace that Larson took off on their second, third lap of this run was faster than what he ran.
Oh, Briscoe is slow.
It's going to be a tough day from here, Dave Burns, for the 19 of Chase Briscoe. Tell us more.
Yeah, you heard Jeff talk about it. He restarted in 32nd position. That's because they came down to pit road twice. The first time was to change 4 tires. Second time he went back out and said there was a vibration. So they came back in, tightened everything, and after they went...
Like, his car, like, he is so slow.
Vibration's still here, the good. Terrible. Like shaking the wheel off this corner.
So something really big happening, and he's way back in the pack already, guys.
Yeah, he is off the pace. And he is nowhere near the back of the pack. Look, still don't see him, still don't see him, still don't see him.
Okay,
There he
he's
is.
catching up back up to the...
Did you pick up that radio? Did he say something's bent?
Yeah, I think something is amiss on this car. We thought it was maybe just a tire pressure issue. They obviously made mechanical adjustments, but something is you know, the car shouldn't vibrate consistently at all the different speeds.
What? Well,
So the 19 out of Joe Gibbs Racing.
out of contention.
Mechanical issue.
So,
He's fighting
Hamlin, Larson, or Byron?
Hamlin continuing to lead 94 laps today, but battling a clutch issue. Marty, what are you hearing?
Well, Steve, that was a terrific onboard look with Denny Hamlin a moment ago about that pit stop. And Denny Hamlin was not 50 feet off of pit road and had this to say to Chris Gale.
Golly, the clutch, dude, it shoots me out. Like, it's right on the edge of engaging, disengaging, because now, from the bottom out point, if I let the quarter out, disengaging, so it's not far from not engaging. At this point, let's just don't mess with the metal anymore. Just think we only have so many uses of it. Let's just don't get ourselves to where we run out.
Boy, there's a lot there, Steve, that sends off alarm bells for this 11 team. Number one, Chris Gale saying, hey, don't engage the clutch. Use it as minimal amount that you can because we may only have so many uses. And then he came on the radio after that, Steve, and said, listen, you cannot pull the car under caution. That's out for the rest of the day. So Denny Hamlin will not be able to pull the car under caution. And Steve, you want your driver to be able to do that so the engine's ready for that restart.
Yeah, so a lot to unpack. Let's just remind everybody, the clutch systems on these NASCAR vehicles, it's a hydraulic system. It's not a mechanical clutch, it's a hydraulic clutch. So when he says the clutch pedal is long, it has some sort of hydraulic issue. Jeff, you mentioned it. They bled it after practice, got air out thinking that resolved it, but something else is allowing air back into the system because here it is again. So instead of pumping it up like you would brakes, now he's advising his driver, hey, you know, if it slips at all, it's going to burn the clutch disc out of this thing. We might only have 4 or 5 good uses, so you can't cool the car. I don't want you to use it X or I don't love anything about what I'm hearing out of this 11.
The thing that concerns me the most is Denny Hamlin said when he barely comes off the clutch, it engages it, right? Which what that tells me is he pushes the clutch all the way to the floor, gets it to work. When he just barely comes off of it, the car starts to roll.
But Hamlin is charging again. Almost a 2-second lead.
Pushes the pedal, will it engage the clutch? Because he's already at the end of the pedal to get it to engage. So as the clutch gets hotter, they tend to not work as well. Things can go, hardly anything works better at the end of the race than it does at the beginning of the race. And uses, are they at the end of the usage of this clutch? We just don't know. But I do not like that he only has just a tiny bit of clutch that's engaging.
Two totally different issues, but this has a similar feel to me of Kansas when he had the power steering issue.
Almost won that one.
He won that race. Here he is again, juggling with a different issue, but again, it's driving at the front with adversity. Toyota driver update. Obviously, Hamlin is the lead. I spoke about Christopher Bell earlier. Bell has worked his way forward to 7th.
I said I thought Larson wasn't going to let him get away. Well, I was wrong.
2.2 seconds.
3/10 of a second, a lap. Look at the rubber flying off that top car.
Blaney about to catch up to Byron for third.
This is the longest run we've had in 61 laps. When we started this, they were going to have to go about 70 laps. Remember, the 24 was better than the 11 at the end of that long run. Let's see if this thing goes green, if it's changed any.
Because that long run involves the next 57 laps. in stage 2.
Hey guys, set the record straight.
My son, he's out there.
Get in.
Rabid dogs get put down when they bite. This one has bitten 33 times.
Somebody give me a shovel!
You're saying that you killed this boy. It was another accident.
Parents reported the boy's missing.
How many are down there?
Do you hear me, John?
Lung cancer isn't me. This is me.
Your life comes
Briscoe still in 29th. Blaney up to 3rd.
Day in the NASCAR Cup Series here on NBC, presented by Tree, and what you're looking at there are 6,400 campsites, and they are sold out. The stadium is packed. What a sight here on championship weekend.
You drive through kind of that way to get back to the TV compound, and I'm jealous. I won't lie, I drive through there, they look like they're having a great time. They had a great weekend. There's some really impressive setups. They got sports on the television in the evening or the morning when we come in. They go to the races during the day. What a great time.
I was going to say, I'm not jealous in the morning because they look like they
Yeah.
had
I'm not jealous, but I'm thankful I'm not there, yeah.
Denny Hamlin, 2.6 seconds out in front of Kyle Larson. And then William Byron sits in 4th behind Ryan Blaney. Tell us more, Kim Coon.
Yeah, Lee, and 3rd of the championship drivers, which is where he's finished in the hunt the last 2 years. So what did they learn in those appearances the last 2 years? Rudy Fugle told me the first appearance, they were strong early, led laps, but when the shade crept into the track, they took a big swing and got behind. Last year, he said we did all we could, but we weren't the best car, but we were willing to make a bold call. So how does that direct their race today? He said we've got to keep up the racetrack, trust our instincts, and know we are capable. Right now, Parker telling his drivers stay in touch with the front of the field. There is still 49 laps to go in this stage and a lot to gain.
And Kim, that's been the same for his teammate who's hoping to stay in touch with leader Denny Hamlin, number 5, with Kyle Larson here. He's just been struggling with the right rear tire, and I want to say the impression I'm getting is that the 11 is just that much faster than the 5 right now. Kyle's been very descriptive as we go on the HendrickCars.com onboard about how he's trying to be delicate with the right rear, take care of that tire, but this is really all he has. The team has continued to try and loosen him up in the center of the corners to help that car be straighter on exit, but Kyle's just not been able to find the feel he wants. And Jeff, when you see a leader like Denny bolting away from you, and this is all you have, what do you try and do in that car? What do you try to tell him crew chief about what you need when you see a car that much faster in front of you?
Well, Parker, I think that's the key. I think communicating to my
looks pretty good. You know, when riding along, looks smooth, looks under control. Watch his hand movement. Or turns in the corner.
Jeff, what I will add in this conversation is the other thing you have to do is you can only improve the balance so far, and you can't, you know, swing for the fences and take yourself completely out of it. Right? The 11 is definitely.
But rest goes up to 24th.
Potential issues with this clutch. They know what they have going on. You don't know if it's going to come down to a 5-lap shootout, if it's going to come down to a pit stop. Like, you can't panic and start making adjustments just because you think it's your only chance.
In every championship battle along every sport, Steve, when teams have to get out of what they do best, that's when they get in trouble, right? You get behind, you start football, you start throwing passes you don't normally do, throwing interception. And racing, the same thing happens, is you now look at your competition and you're just better. Like, we got to find something and do something different. And it is very difficult to understand what changes to make, not only from in the car, but outside the car.
Let's jump away from the championship four just for a moment. Let's talk about Ryan Blaney. Kim, a guy who could so easily have been in this conversation today of the championship four after that run last weekend in Martinsville from 31st to 1st, ultimately finished runner-up. But this guy here, he sits third at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. You think about his week last weekend at Martinsville, was looking for a third straight appearance in the Champ 4. Now one spot short of that, but talking to the team, they did not let that discourage them from getting things done today. Crew Chief Jonathan Hassler said we pretty quickly jumped to having it better in 2026 after losing last week. It is now a company-wide focus to still win this race at Phoenix. Blaney, a 4-time runner-up here, right now just saying feels better on exit this run, still struggling with overall grip on Marty. He needs more to lean on in the center.
Tim, in his second year in Cup, Carson Hocevar has been so impressive this year, especially late spring and in the summer. They were fantastic. More top 5s, top 10s, and laps led in 2025 than he's had in his Cup career. But the end of the season has been rough for this race team. Great example last week at Martinsville. He was involved in several cautions, but today, this would be a fantastic place to finish for Hocevar. He and Luke Lambert sitting in 5th right now.
The 20 car, Christopher Bell, qualified 20th yesterday, but when I talked to his crew chief, Adam Stevens, this morning, he was pretty confident about how
Blaney's passed Larson for P3. 24 is really falling behind. Damn.
last run he wasn't finishing the corner because he was 2-3, a late center exit, but they made an adjustment for that, Parker.
And Dave, for Chase Elliott, he started this race back in 17th, but he's methodically worked his way up to 9th. When I spoke to his team this morning, his crew chief, Dustin, they felt very confident they had a good car for this race. Chase has
He's in 9th. Bowman's back to 11th.
This season has been successful. He said absolutely, and we both reminisce that amazing win that Chase Elliott had at home at Atlanta earlier this year. The crowd reaction to that. Yes, it hasn't been a championship weekend, but a lot for this team to build on as they go the all-season later today.
One champion to another, a 2-time Cup Series champion, Kyle Busch, and the Cheddars Chevrolet for RCR. He just made a trip down pit road.
Ooh, pit stops.
20, and he ended up coming down pit road with a flat right rear. Let's listen.
Oh, flat tire.
Tire just goes flat. This was a right rear, so left side's in practice. This is the right side. Now you see some damage on the bodywork, but I don't think that could get all the way to the tire, but maybe it is. Let's follow up. Kim, what are you hearing?
Yeah, just what you described, rear down, and this team had such a strong run last week, and we're very optimistic coming into this weekend. Hits and gremlins in practice, like you guys described, had to pit up lap 144 for that rear down. The team continuing to adjust for some of the same issues he's experienced throughout this entire race, throughout this entire 148 laps, and that is just that he has absolutely no left front or right rear grip. So not the way they wanted to end this 2025 season.
Another tire failure. It looks like to me.
Ooh, dinger.
This is the second hit that he's had today, this weekend.
That.
It looked very similar to what he had in practice.
That was a hard hit in practice.
Yeah, I just happened to look out the window. Remember, he's had multiple big hits the last several weeks.
Damn. So he was one of the dinger was one of the 3 of the cars that had problems in practice have had a problem. Briscoe, Busch, and now Allmendinger.
This is a backup car. Let's have a look at what happened to AJ.
Yeah, sitting wondering, there he goes.
Oh! Well, oh, damn.
It just does not turn. You're along for the ride. This was practice on Friday.
Look at this hit. Or just
It's the exact same, like flat and head on into the wall off of 4.
AJ was just on pit road about 15 laps ago under green flag, so man, I mean, I can only imagine.
I'm gonna leave the my way I'm watching and come back just because it's buffering a bit.
You did it. You built a successful business and made it look easy. But at US Bank, we remember what went into getting here. Through it all, our wealth management team is always here to work with you. Because there's nothing as powerful as the power of us.
There's pit here, though, with over 30 laps on their tires.
And next time by 34 laps left in this second stage. They're coming your way, Parker.
Yeah, for Kyle Larson, he came on the radio and said, I don't know what to tell you, but it feels like at any second I could kill the right rear tire of this car. There was a long description about maybe what they could do. Cliff Daniels said, I know what to do here to get 4 tires, kid.
And for William Byron, he just said it swings the rear more. The back of the car is absolutely not engaged. I am not able to carry a lot of speed, so they will make a slight adjustment for tires.
We hope it works. 9-9 for Briscoe. 5-9-9 for Larson too. Well, that's a bad stop for the 24. Hamlin wins the race off pit road. Hamlin. Oh, never mind. Okay, Hamlin, Blaney, Larson, Byron. Not a bad stop. Bell, Chastain, Hocevar, Elliott, Berry.
He said it vibrates the rears down the straightaway. When they get to the corner, it vibrates the fronts. He called it violent.
So you may have noticed before the caution came out, Brian Blaney did get Kyle Larson.
Oh my God, that's a bad hit.
Contact with the wall. They stayed as they were. The race off pit road. Hamlin still in front.
Choose rule.
The 2025 Toyota GR Supra, the official pace car for the NASCAR Cup Series and this championship finale.
Obviously spent a few hours behind the wheel of that thing, Diff.
Well, Steve and I have to say thank you to you because you've treated us again for 14 races in a row.
We made it, Diff. We made it 14 weeks of pace car rides.
I always sit on the left, by the way, so I'm not the impact person.
Yeah, yeah.
I can tell you, I'm not riding with you two.
Well, let's talk more about that 19 we're riding along with. Tell us more, Dave, about Briscoe.
Leland Briscoe was one of the first ones to have trouble on Friday. He didn't seem concerned. He just got a pep talk from James Small, his crew chief. Listen.
We're experts at overcoming adversity. We're only on like 152 and 312, so we can still do this. Yeah, I think we need to see this whole run, though.
Couldn't see. I'm guessing he's talking to the vibration is so violent that it's affecting his ability to have a clear sight out the window.
Here we go. Green, green, green again at Phoenix.
Springs and leaps out of there yet again. William Byron is following on the same line as him. So too Ross Chastain.
Okay, now this run is 30 laps to go to the stage end. We are going to find out who has what. I do not think you can ride.
Byron forced his way by Larson. Wait, that Briscoe up in 14th? Damn.
Working on Ryan Blaney for that second spot. Can anybody go with Denny Hamlin? Or is he going to just do it again? Meaning streak away from this field. Christopher Bell continues his forward progress. There's the Ally Chevy of Alex Bowman. He's starting to come up into the mix as well. And here is the Bass Pro Shops Toyota of Chase Briscoe. Just got told by his crew chief James Small, we are experts at overcoming adversity. We've done it so many times this year.
Contact with Busher.
Of the 48, that was close.
And Bowman seems to be.
Berry just kind of overdrove the corner and was shot up the racetrack. That presented an opportunity to shoot the middle, and things got wild there for a second.
Well, Jeff, if you had any question, Denny Hamlin, fastest lap of the race at lap 157. 1 lap ago, a 27.60, a tenth and a half better than Blaney in second.
Ryan Blaney's doing his best not to let that 11 disappear. Meanwhile, the 19 of Chase Briscoe draws alongside Alex Bowman. He's got Logano immediately ahead. Elliott, there was a slight bump there between Logano and Elliott. Just got a quick update on AJ Allmendinger. He went to the infield care center and checked and released. But tough way to end his 2025 season.
And that's what all of these other drivers are trying to do, right, is end on a high note. We've talked so much about the championship, but we saw that battle with Briscoe back there, right? Logano, Bowman, Berry, Gregson, Busher.
So Blaney's able to keep pace right here. But Byron and Larson are not. They're about 0.2 seconds slower than this 11 car.
Damn.
Not supposed to go that fast at 44, Steve.
Well, and to your point, we hadn't seen Blaney in clean air really be able to attack, so there's definitely speed in that 12 to keep up. But remember, he's not part of the championship 4. As much as Hamlin wants to win the race, if he gets beat by the 12 and only the 12, he's still going to have an enormous smile at the end of the day.
Well, that's a good point that you bring up because his teammate at Joe Gibbs Racing, Chase Briscoe, just said, hey, got told we are experts at overcoming adversity. 3 wide and Briscoe's on the inside of Logano and Elliott.
Up to 8th.
Runs true for the race leader, Denny Hamlin. Think about this year, everything that he's had on his mind. And look at this angry little bunch here.
That right there was a championship 4 move. The 19 went in there 3 wide and just slid the other 2. And Logano and Elliott didn't like it, Jeff, but you almost saw him say, yep, we've both been there. We're champions. We know we were trying to. We're gonna cut you some break right here. We're gonna know that that's not how you normally race us, but of this one week, you get a free pass. We're gonna let that slide jump happen.
How about this
Let me see how fast Briscoe is right now. Again.
Their car that's causing these tire issues. There's no way you can get away from that seat if you were driving.
Look at the resistance.
Still slower.
Ryan is not letting Denny Hamlin get away. That Menards Ford is ever present in the mirror of Hamlin.
He wants that win.
I love this quote. They asked him and Logano what it would be like to win this weekend, and they both obviously want to win, but you can hear it in their voices how much how disappointed they were to not be part of this championship four. Remember, Penske has won the last 3 championships, alternating Logano, Blaney, Logano. So they have kind of dominated the stage out here in the desert. This is the year where they haven't been able to take part in this championship battle.
And for the Blue Oval of Ford, Ford has no representation in the championship four. So Ryan Blaney could fly the flag for Ford by at least winning the race as he gets even closer and closer to Denny Hamlin.
To the inside, Blaney trying to get that lead. Thinking back 2022, even when he wasn't in contention for the championship, was trying to win, not just for winning's sake, because at that point he was having a winless season.
Winning a cup race is a special thing. It's very hard to do. He'll make this pass. He'll do everything he can to make it clean. But he will, if he can, he will certainly make it.
Be a nice way to head off into the off-season. He and his wife are expecting the birth of their first child in a couple of weeks. And if you can win the last race of the season, that'd be a nice way to head off.
Well, I mentioned that Chastain has won one of these championship races outside the championship four. Well, it was the Blaney champion year.
Yeah.
So if anyone knows that a non-championship four can win it, Blaney knows because he watched Chastain to the line that week.
It's pretty interesting. Right there it switched. Hamlin was not in the top 5 fastest cars. I don't know if that's because he's playing defense on this 12 car that took a little bit of speed out of this car. He's having to look in the mirror, pay attention. Or if it started to swing between who has good long run speed versus short run speed. See Hamlin up the racetrack a little bit. That allows the 12 to get a good run on the bottom. Denny Hamlin that time is 3rd fastest. William Byron was the fastest. Christopher Bell right with him.
Jeff, you've been the catalyst for something for us to watch. Let's keep an eye on the gap from Hamlin to Byron. Because remember in stage 1, Byron was so good the longer it ran. It's 1.8 seconds. We'll watch those numbers.
Our goal was simple. Make it all fit. That feeling of being part of it all. That's why we went to work on this game. You want to feel NASCAR the way we live it. Time is now. This one's good for the fans, for anybody who wants to experience what it's really like. From the sound, to the speed, the venues. All that's left to do is fire it up.
What do you say when a Jewish boy is kicked on the New York City sun?
Hamlin's still ahead, and the other playoff drivers aren't gaining.
Championship day here on NBC, presented by Raceway, continues. Beautiful day here in the desert. Will it be the perfect day for Denny Hamlin? He has led 149 laps so far today. He's got Ryan Blaney of Team Penske hunting him down, and we've got just 10 laps to go in stage 2. There's a nagging clutch issue aboard the 11. Is it going to be significant enough to prevent him from winning this championship? Because so far today, he's been the class of this field and of the championship form.
Well, he needs winding up for another attempt.
Is the only one of the 4 who has led laps other than Hamlin. And the man in the bright yellow Menards Ford right there, Ryan Blaney, he's led 14 laps. It's been Denny's day so far.
Byron is kind of matching the speed of these two.
But he's so far behind.
Almost 2 seconds back. So Steve right now.
Blaney's stalking his prey right down to the end of stage 2.
Right now, as a crew chief, what are you thinking about? Like, how in the world are you going to try to get your car to take off with the speed that the 11 has if you're William Byron, Carson, and Briscoe?
Well, that's really what they have to decide, right? Are they starting with a balance issue? If not, if it's not a balance issue, it's just a grip issue. You talk about tire failures. Is there any more room to go down on air pressure to add overall grip? You have to be careful to not take yourself out of the race trying to, close in on that last run. But now that you see Blaney out here, I will admit, it sounds silly, but if you're Byron, I now have hope that the 11 isn't magical on its own. Well, if Blaney can do it, why can't we? That would probably motivate me to be a little bit more aggressive with my changes.
You know what's amazing is we sit up here, and we've done it for 11 years, Steve, and we hear drivers talk about kind of the same thing. The guy running first and the guy running 10th. They all say, I'm loose on entry, tight in the middle, loose off. But somebody can do it better and faster than the other one. Overall grip is what makes short run speed, and clearly these two cars have the best overall grip.
Oh, Briscoe, another flat tire!
Flat right front on the 3, fortunately.
Oh, wait, it's Dylan.
Wall contact. That's right on pit road entry, I believe. I think that's the exit of 2. Do I have him in the right spot? Yep, there you go.
It's like, damn, it's a Bass Pro Shops car, so automatically it's into Chase Briscoe. Damn it. Well, I made the mistake.
Adjustments, then I just get nervous again. Yeah, another flat tire. Now I'm calling my tire guy back. Go, you know what? Let's put that half a pound back in the tire. We have to make sure we're around here.
Through the shadows one more time from here, 4 to go in stage 2. Hamlin and Blaney. And that gap from Hamlin to Byron, I mentioned that earlier. Let's watch William Byron's progress. It's pretty stable. It goes 1.8, 1.9, 2 seconds, back to 1.8. It's remained fairly consistent between the 11 and the 24. The top 2 championship 4 cars.
I think clearly the 24 has the best long runs.
We need, but no, I'm.
As far as Denny Hamlin's able to get back out in front of him, will Byron have the type of race he needs?
Ty Dillon.
Problems here for Ty Dillon.
Great. So, some brotherly fuckery.
Front right issue now. It's the 10th turn.
Right here.
Oh.
I see some damage around. Not sure which came first. It looks like there's a little damage on the wheel as well. And with 3 to go, I will imagine this is going to end the stage. Oh, loose in. Hard to tell from that angle if the tire was already flat. It's off a wheel, which probably tells me that it kind of went flat first as quickly as that spun around.
Yeah, as loose as it got.
Just
and
here.
how quickly it got that loose. I think probably a tire issue.
Commentators say it's a tire issue.
So right at the end of stage 2, problems for the Dillon brothers. 2 separate incidents. But how about this man? Aboard the progressive Toyota Camry for Joe Gibbs Racing, Denny Hamlin. 157 laps led so far today from the pole position.
Yeah. I've known Danny a long time. If you weren't around in the pre-race, Jeff, when you talked to him, we showed, that piece that Joe Gibbs talks about what it meant to have Denny on board, and they talked about Joe's late son, JD, and then you ask just a simple question, Denny, about family, and the emotional response, I think, took us all by surprise. That's just not the Denny Hamlin we've seen. He's always brash, kind of poking the fans, but there was this different reaction. It just instantly confirmed, I think, what we all expected, that this weekend is different. There's a lot going on around this 11 car, and it was really a moment to see Denny that emotional before the race.
I tell you what, Denny also, he's let himself, he's shown himself to the fans recently, right? He's where he's more, I feel like he's very comfortable with himself and, you know, teasing the fans, messing with the fans. But if you look at who fans wanted to win coming into this race, the majority of them were pulling for Denny Hamlin. 2 years ago, they didn't say that. They weren't Denny Hamlin fans. A lot of people boo Denny Hamlin. He's polarizing.
I think that
But he's
race
comfortable with that.
was a turning point, right? Where he said, I normally stir the fans, but today this is for you.
Well, I think it's been a year-long thing. I think that, you know, his podcast where he gets out, talks to the fans, and gives an honest opinion, even if it, you know, he would be honest about himself and things he needs to be better. See the stage in happening right here. But then he's become, over the last 12 months, he has really changed his personality. Not changed his personality, he's been willing to show it to the fans, and the fans really like that, openness and honesty.
Well, he wins stage 2, and the last time he happened to win a stage here in Phoenix was 6 years ago. Guess what he did that day? He went on to win the race. That could be an omen for the driver of the 11.
All right, so
He did it. He took an idea on a napkin, built a successful business, and made it look easy. But at US Bank, we remember what went into getting here. The hard work, self-doubt, tough decisions. From all those extra hours to finally enjoying the rewards. Our wealth management team is always here to work with you and every generation to come. Because there's nothing.
So now I guess the raw feed is ahead. You know, we wait. You know, it's been a pretty meh race, all things considered, but I'm sure people are thrilled for Hamlin right now.
Very important radio for the 11. Have a listen.
I think we might have a tire going down. I mean, left side of the car, oil just hit flat.
Lucky, he's lucky it happened now.
Talking about the jack with the left side being low, the jack might not go underneath it, but what a great bank for the 11, and those last 3 laps of the stage weren't under green. Dave.
Chase Briscoe is still in this, pitting from 7th position. He ran the fastest lap of anyone with 4 to go in this stage. Air pressure adjustment for cars is 2-3, 3 and 4, Parker.
Kyle Larson said, I'm sorry, I don't know what to do.
Briscoe at 10 flat.
The record time to last inside that 5 car, then continue to make changes.
Ooh, long stop.
Byron said, I'm not sure exactly what I need. 3 and 4 on top of the racetrack, 3 in and off. They didn't make an air pressure adjustment, Marty.
Yeah, I agree with Steve. This could be a massive break for Denny Hamlin. You saw that flat
Line 6 for Byron.
They're having trouble getting that left side tire up. This pit crew's done a fantastic job all day long. He's going to lose several spots here.
Blaney.
Good break to catch that left rear. And
Byron P2, Briscoe P6.
A good break, but as expected, a slower stop.
The others are out of the top 10.
Is
The flat tire made the jack impossible. Wow.
While the rest of New Mexico is fast asleep, the rescue team at Daniels Plumbing, Heating, and Air is wide awake and ready to roll.
See your friends.
Is that what's gonna undo? Oh, the flat tire.
So whenever your next plumbing, heating, or AC crisis hits, the Daniels Rapid Response Team will have you back up and running in no time.
It's showtime, gents. Let's show this boiler who's boss.
Daniels Plumbing, Heating, and Air. We're ready when you are.
Looking for a place where the whole family can gather and have a blast? 12th Street Tavern is your spot. We got all your favorites. Try our soon-to-be famous grilled cheese, crispy wings, and something for everyone.
This is gonna be the one.
Menu that will make even the pickiest eaters happy. Enjoy a relaxed atmosphere with friendly service.
I got 40% of the race to go.
A fun family dinner or a night out with friends. 12th Street Tavern is the perfect place to be. Find us on 12th Street Northwest in Albuquerque.
Are you ready to catch all the games? Then head on over to Albuquerque's premier sports bar, the Sandia Sports Bar. There's no better place to watch your favorite team. Delicious food and local favorites on tap, along with the best views in the city.
God.
The Sandia Sports Bar at Sandia Resort and Casino. Close to home, far from ordinary.
In the wild world of checking rewards, only the keenest eyes find the best.
Is that the one?
No, we've seen that one. Ah, yes. Here you save 5.25% peak plus high yield checking. A true beauty. Plus high yield checking in Sandia area. Rewards for your everyday adventures.
This is the time when the best children meet us.
NASCAR on NBC is brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places. And by Bread Street. Please visit us at breadstreet.com. That was an eventful round of stops. We're going to tell you more about that in a moment. But for now, here's Kim Kerr. Kim.
Yeah, the lineup was set for Powerball's $1 million drawing at NASCAR for the third year. Powerball has electrified NASCAR Championship weekend with a live drawing for $1 million. This year, Francisco Rivas, a player from the Kansas Lottery, was declared the $1 million winner after his winning number was drawn right here at Phoenix Raceway. And the excitement doesn't stop there. Powerball will hold another $1 million drawing next year when NASCAR Championship weekend moves to Homestead, Miami. Follow your local lottery for 2026 entry dates, and we can see you on the Powerball stage for next year's $1 million drawing. Powerball, the official lottery game of NASCAR.
Love that excitement and congratulations. All right, let's get back to those pit stops and let's talk.
Chase Elliott's in third, and Ross Chastain is in third.
Seems like they have a lug nut issue from what we hear. Let's see exactly where it happens. We come to the right side, tires off, tires go to the lawn. Everything's pretty good. On the left side, though, you're going to see slow on one of the corners, and what happens is the
So, lug nut issue.
stay magnetically attached to the socket. You're going to see right here that kind of slow pull in the rear, but the front, oh, we should see that again. The guy in the front reaches to his belt, grabs the extra lug nut. It was absolutely well orchestrated and very well prepared. So good job on a bad situation for the 18 right there. See that guy right at the bottom pulling it off? Just
Lug nut issue on the left front.
course of the year, you just have to be prepared, and that was a good recovery for a bad situation. Same for the 11 and Denny Hamlin. We talked about the left rear tire being flat. Jackman leaves the right side, goes to the left. He's going to try to get this thing up with the first jack. He goes under, makes an attempt. By rules, he has to make an attempt. You see right here, it just won't work. He goes to the second
That's
jack.
2 jacks needed to make that pit stop.
You're only allowed to use 1 jack unless the car falls off the jack or the second jack can't be used, and now you're allowed to use the second jack. So the 11 quickly knows they're going to need that second jack, but they don't go to it right away. That would be outside rules. That crazy attempt by the jackman makes that 11 situation 100% legal. That is absolute great pit coaching.
Car 11 is back in 11th. Kyle Larson is back in 18th. Briscoe is up to 5th.
Oh, God. Here they go. Stage 3. William Byron to the outside of Blaney. With a run around the outside. Briscoe trying to make a large run to the outside. Ross giving a little push to Byron. He takes the lead. He's ahead of Blaney. That'll give him some distance. Chastain trying to get around the outside. He'll get a second. Here comes Chase Elliott trying to help his teammate by getting by Chase Briscoe. Meanwhile, a little farther back, we see Denny making a move way to the inside as he tries to regain some lost spots. There's Larson trying to do the same.
Larson with a really good run through the middle on the bottom of the racetrack.
Look at that alternative line from Hamlin, bottom box.
Remember, if Hamlin had that left rear tire down, he has been taking off exceptionally fast. You wonder with the left rear down if crew chief Chris Gale made a decision to put a little bit of air back in that left rear tire. Does that take some speed out of this car, trying to make sure he doesn't have a tire go down?
How about Chastain running second? He's like, I've won one of these championship races when I haven't been in contention before. I'd like to do it again. End the year on a high.
Here goes Briscoe trying to make runs around the outside.
When championships get lost is when you get
And Briscoe looks like he's going to get to third.
something that you didn't want to do. With 116 laps to go, Denny Hamlin and Kyle Larson both have the experience to know they got to get their track position back, but they have 115 laps to do it. You don't have to do it right now. Do not get yourself in a position emotionally where, oh no, we're in trouble, and try to make something happen. You have plenty of time to get there.
Yeah, and I think for both of those teams, they want to see a 20 or 30 lap run and then a yellow. Bunch the field back up and do this all over again.
Briscoe clears Blaney. He's up to third. Jeff, we said it earlier. He was in the low 30s earlier in this race after that tyre issue and had to come down pit road twice with the vibration issues, ensuring everything needed to be tight. So it's William Byron, Ross Chastain now, Chase Briscoe, the bush light on board. Let's go for a ride.
All right, we're on lap 200.
He's going to go and visit his family on the watermelon farm in Florida.
Hamlin trying to get around Bell for 7th.
Hamlin clears Bell. Has a little bit of gap up to the next car. Up the road, that'll be Logano, then Elliott, then Blaney. On board with Chastain running the second, call it the third lane in 1 and 2.
Here, hit the rev limiter. The electronics in the engine do not allow it to turn more RPMs than the engine builders want it to.
They don't shift on that side, so that's in 4th gear. You just heard the shift.
Larson's up to 8th.
Larson continuing the battle, trying to chase Hamlin through traffic. He's going to probably clear Bell right here. He does.
Larson's had a really good restart. He picked up 9 spots. Denny Hamlin's picked up 4 spots.
Top box, William Byron, Ross Chastain. Do you remember
Okay.
the 600 earlier this year? Memorial Day weekend.
Right now, we're the fastest of the 4.
And he took almost all 600 miles to get to the win. Who did he pass? William Byron.
Yeah, it would have been the Coca-Cola 500. It was Byron's without a doubt. He was just the standout car, but you mentioned it. The adjustments and the grind from that one car in that last 100 miles. He showed up on the scene. It was an impressive victory.
Kim.
Ross coming back.
What he did here back in 2023, won the race despite not being in the championship hunt, and he told me there is nothing better than going to victory lane at the last race of the season. We have no agenda.
Briscoe running way high.
He's been battling just a loose condition
Trying to get that momentum off the turn. But is Blaney gonna come back? I wonder.
Start this run tighter to make you better on the long run. Right now, Dave Chastain in that second position.
Chase Briscoe is running in third just behind him. And you know who is not surprised? His crew chief, James Small. When I talked to him this morning, he used the word theory a couple of times. That's because on Friday, their practice was limited with the flat tire issues they were having.
Ooh! Way high. Again. Maybe that was that intentional? I can't. I guess it's gotta. Briscoe to second. He will.
The bush line on board from Chastain.
Big run by the 19. This will help that frustration that we saw to James Small a minute ago because he couldn't get by the one. Now the one's going to fight back.
Briscoe's just not messing around. Like, he's like, this is my spot.
Oh!
Racing for a championship in his first year at Joe Gibbs Racing. This would be something special. Look at Briscoe running Chastain all the way out of the
Briscoe runs him out of the wall. Here comes Blaney.
the 12 car though. Look, when Chase Briscoe got the opportunity to drive this 19 and take over from Martin Truex Jr., the Bass Pro Shops livery, he said, I always couldn't believe it, like, to wear this race suit. It's famous, it's iconic. Johnny Morris, the man behind Bass Pro Shops, is here, yet again watching. But this young guy has grown into this role. The beginning of the year was a little bit rough. He had to learn a whole lot of new people. J.D. Fry came over from Stuart Haas Racing as the car chief, and he had a familiar face there, but he had to learn a group of new people, new procedures.
Briscoe to P2.
Different car, different team, and it took a while. But multiple wins, he's had the season of his life, the most pole positions of any driver, and now here he is, 104 laps to go to fight.
Let's continue running all the way up by the wall. Only got really large runs down the backstretch.
As he passes or stays ahead of Blaney for second. It was a flat tire running fifth on lap 106, right? He went all the way back outside the top 30. So you talk about the resilience of the year. It's really been the resilience of the day for this 19 car as well. Now we're seeing if Hamlin and Larson, after their woes, can they recover and get back up into the battle?
And the fastest car on the racetrack, that last lap. Chase Briscoe, look at this line he's running. He is all the way against the boards in the middle of 1 and 2. Great big arc on the end corner entry.
Sprint car racers running the cushion.
Oh yeah, he is giving everything he's got right now.
It's working for him. Just over 100 laps to go, not only in this race, but in the 2025 season.
Man, why can't I ever get it easy for this damn championship?
You're just not good enough. It's impossible. Better luck next time. And what do? Take the next chance to prove them all wrong. And then, what do you know? Those voices, they get real quiet. Seahawks, Commanders, Sunday Night Football on NBC and Peacock.
Have you been injured and are searching for an injury law firm? Are you looking for an experienced law firm that gets you results? Are you looking for a law firm that will treat you like family and not just a number? Then look no further. Call the law firm of David C. Chavez now, and we can help you get back on the road to recovery and make sure to hold those accountable so it doesn't happen to anyone else. We have over 40 years of proven success, the resources to take on your case, and we're still as local as red and green.
As long as we have each other, anything is possible. The moment we enter our happy place, join the 70th celebration at the happiest place on earth.
Cancer isn't me. It's something I treat. And the less time I spend treating my cancer, the better. This is me.
Discover an injectable immunotherapy, Opdivo Qvantig, for certain previously treated adults whose kidney cancer has spread. Unlike an infusion that takes 30 minutes.
Flat tire for Kyle Larson. Well, that takes him out of it. Briscoe lost second to Blaney. So,
Kyle Larson, you come on the radio and said I had a flat spot, and then goes tire down, tire down. You can see it right there. The right front tire went down to the 5 team. They were just recovering from a bad pit stop into stage 2, and also the 19 game.
19 is complaining as well. Flat tire for Chase Briscoe.
Briscoe's lost a flat tire for Chase Briscoe. 2 in the championship 4. Damn. Well, that's 2 of the champ 4 out in 1. Well, I know who ain't winning it now. Oh, God. Well, now he's a lap down.
Maybe too much speed for the setup and the air pressure.
The same for the 5. You commented about how many positions he had picked up on that restart. Well, you know, pushed early and the tire didn't make it. Let's go on board with the 5.
I don't know if he has a wreck right here. I don't know how he got the car slowed down quick enough to avoid hitting the wall with the right front down. That was great work by Larson.
Larson now a lap down. Briscoe both a lap down after green flag pit stops. Let's go on board with the 19.
And he's going to be saying not again. After that brilliant comeback. It's happened again.
Right rear on the 24. I mean, on 19. Well, who had? Hocevar. Flat tire.
So the tire woes are continuing to becoming more widespread as now we have a flat tire in the right front of the 77. We're going to see contact here, which is what brought the caution out. Oh, yeah.
Bam.
Just slight contact, though. But now here he is basically stopped
On the.
up in what will be the exit lane of everyone leaving turn 4.
And Briscoe and Larson, we believe, are lap down, but Briscoe got in and out of the pits, and he was the first car lap down, so he's going to be the free pass.
But 28 cars in less than 100 laps is a big.
Larson at this point, I assume, will take the wave around, which means he'll kind of go back on the lead lap, and he'll be the last car on the racetrack.
Well.
What a day it has been as far as the tires are concerned.
It was left sides of practice. Now we're here in the race. It was a right rear from the 19 of Briscoe. And a front tire for AJ Allmendinger. Second time this weekend, another hard hit.
And Kyle Busch, he had problems. Had to come to pit road. Off Dillon, Kyle Busch's teammate with the problem. Larson just in the last few minutes for the right front.
There were others as well. And then Chase Briscoe immediately after Kyle Larson.
See, the biggest issue is if you are Rudy Fugle on the 24 car crew chief, Chris Gale on the 11 car crew chief, your competition has had issues. Are they going to get a little more conservative, put some air pressure in these tires to avoid problems? But if they do, Steve, that's going to take some speed out of the car.
Prior to the caution coming out, there was a report on the 24 of a vibration. They're on pit road. Kid Coons there.
Yeah, William Byron, just a slight vibration. Didn't seem too concerned. He did say that slipping the rears, especially entering
Vibration on the 24 as well.
in the back of the car to the racetrack. He felt like the clean air flipped the balance the other direction. They didn't make a slight air pressure adjustment. They reminded him, you need to manage your stuff, and told him the problems of both the 5 and the 19, Marty.
Kim Denny Hamlin said the balance was consistent, but I absolutely, quote, abused the tires. I went down to the apron. I hated to do it, but I
Oh, Byron lost.
it terrified me. Hamlin with a terrific stop here. Said it could be
Chase Elliott, the leader. We're next to Blaney.
Story of the day. Who can hang in there without any issues? Great work from Kyle Larson not to have a bigger accident. To Chase Briscoe, it's happened again.
The mix of salty sea air and burnt rubber. The big skies, high banks, and grandstands.
Oh my!
That's what
It's so hard.
Daytona 500, honoring history and making it. And the biggest race of the year on the biggest stage of a lifetime. That's what we love about the Daytona 500. You gotta see it to believe it. Secure your experience now at Daytona500.com. Doug.
There it is, Limu, the 50-yard line. Soon we'll be telling the whole stadium how Liberty Mutual customizes car insurance. To save people hundreds! Whoop. Looks like we're walking. Good enough halftime. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty. This is what you can buy for $10 at KFC $10 Tuesdays. And this is what you can buy for $10 at a coffee shop.
This is coffee. I know. It was expensive.
Get more bang for your bucket at KFC. 8 pieces of original recipe fried chicken or 8 tenders for just $10.
Mom, what's that? Nothing. Just get in the car. Let's go. Come on. Who did that? Get in right now. You painted or something?
Good.
Campbell's.
It's championship weekend in the NASCAR Cup Series here live on NBC, presented by Raceway. A chance to catch breath under caution
Briscoe's now 16th.
for several reasons, Chip.
No, he's 27th.
Said he was
Okay.
using the apron because he had to, because of where he was back in the pack. Using the apron can damage the tire. So what are we talking about? So right there, when the cars cross over, see how hard the cars hit? You can see every one of them hitting the racetrack. That puts a lot of pressure on that left rear tire, Steve, or all the tires.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me as much on the initial start like this right here because you're still under maximum speed. It's not ideal. You can see the gouges in the racetrack. It's more the full speed laps that you're now making that transition probably 60 laps or 60 miles an hour harder. But either way, that is for sure an area that can damage the tire. But Parker, you're hearing potentially another issue on the 5 of Larson.
Yes, Steve. So what happened to him was he melted the bead on the right front. So usually the heat issue, and the culprit was that we've seen all this tire wear from these tires. Well, the rubber caked up on the brake duct opening on the 5 cars. So they actually cleaned that off. They got some photos here. Rick Daniels explained it to Kyle Larson, and basically it overheated that front tire, Dave.
Chase Briscoe got the pep talk from James Small's crew chief. We've already proven we can do it once today. Let's do it again there. Back in the lead lap with the free pass.
So the 5 and the 19, two different things. The Briscoe got the free pass because he was the first car 1 lap down. He was able to pit under caution, put tires on. Larson, because he gets a wave around, he was not able to pit.
Here we go.
Couple of champs go through the bush line.
Big push from Byron to his teammate.
Elliott, Ryan Blaney. Meanwhile, look at William Byron on the inside.
Trying to run that inside. Oh, can't clear his teammate. 3 wide for the lead.
Can help out a little if he
But he
wants.
gets the second.
As he slides
Hamlin's in 5th.
Hiccups just buried in that red and white Wood Brothers Ford. Denny Hamlin, the progressive 11 Toyota Camry.
But I don't want to be the one trying to get by 2 Penske cars. Well, Penske and a Penske affiliate. Barry to 3rd.
You see, second time around, nearly no one using the flat on the front stretch. That's what I was talking about versus the original start at full speed. The 11 kind of had to go down there, but there wasn't a lot of guys just pointing left. You see what they do right
Ooh. Stay there. Got really loose.
Oh. We go for Blaney. There's Bell trying to shoot it down on the inside, but I don't think he'll try and pass his teammate.
As you watch the 5th car in shot, that bright blue and white 11 of Denny Hamlin, well, we can talk to you about all the technical things,
Ross clears
all the team things.
for 6th.
Is driving with the knowledge that his father is terminally ill. His dad, Dennis, couldn't make it here. He is back home watching, and one of Denny's best friends from high school is there watching this race with him. Denny acknowledged that this is the last chance he's got to win.
Hamlin trying to get through. Barry gets right. Wow, what a pass.
That's how much is on his mind, what's on his shoulders, and what's in his heart here today.
Bell and Ross are bumping around for all it's worth.
Challenge ahead for these drivers with 83 laps to go as the snow-cold fuel will carry you that far, but can you manage the Goodyear tires, or are you better off to run 40, come down pit road, and blast 4 more tires on? We have seen that being the new strategy in the sport, not stretching the fuel, but doubling up on tires and just letting your driver go. The fear, though, is you pit under green, someone stays out, they have a tire trouble, and now you're trapped down like the 19 and the 5.
We saw Denny Hamlin underneath the 12 car. Watch this right here. Gets on the apron a little bit, up the racetrack he went. Both of those drivers, Blaney and Hamlin, did a really good job. Hamlin bounced it off the flat part of the racetrack. They worked it out together. And I believe that some of the speed of Denny Hamlin's car, clearly not clean air, right? When he's been out front, he's been able to pace it and drive away from everybody. But I think now, with all the tire problems, Denny Hamlin and William Byron, they know they're going to have to manage these. Steve, you just talked about it, still 80 laps to go. And I think they're afraid to push it right now. I think they have to build some reliability with the pace that they're putting in the car.
So let's talk about these tire issues. We've seen lefts, we've seen rights. I believe this is clearly just a result of lower air pressure. Goodyear recommends an air pressure. There's not really a team in the garage that runs that much air. They are all
The 23rd and 25th, though.
what is safely below it. We heard Parker talk about a melted knee. That's a different situation. But the lower air failures, it's like the forbidden fruit. I can assure you, when you take air pressure out, your car goes faster. It is that simple. The question is, what is too much? And I think that is not the same for every car. It's not the same whether you're the leader or 5th or 10th. It's not the same on how much camber you have or how much you use the flat. There are
Blaney.
so many basically variables in the equation. If the 24 can run X, that doesn't mean it will work for the 5. He might have to run more than X. It is very, very complicated, but there's no doubt low air is a cause, but low air is also, an advantage if you can make it live.
You were the crew chief for Jeff Gordon and Dale Earnhardt Jr. How much did you gamble with that?
Too many times, I think at times. Sometimes we won the race with that, and other times you won't. I will tell you what happens. If you saw issues in practice, we had no issues in the first run of the race. That's not by just coincidence. Everybody gets confident. Everybody gets conservative. But then, this is a measurement of speed. There's my ego as a crew chief. There's the pressure of a championship. We make all of these other statements. Well, if I know I have a dog, and if I turn, we go faster. It's that simple. You know how hard it is not to reach down and bump it just a little bit? And then you get away with it, Jeff. And then you bump it a little more. Like at some point, you have to ask yourself, do you want to have a flat tire or run second all day long and not be good enough?
Well, second right now would be good enough for William Byron because he's the lead driver of the championship 4.
Lung cancer isn't me. This is me.
Your life comes first. So discover the first combination of 2 immunotherapies, Opdivo plus Yervoy, for adults newly diagnosed with non-small cell lung cancer that has spread, tests positive for PD-L1, and does not have an abnormal EGFR or ALK gene. Opdivo plus Yervoy gives you 2 ways to help.
Oh my God. I can't. I'm stressed as hell watching. Oh. I can't. I gotta like. Oh.
Chase Elliott of Hendrick Motorsports leads the way with 70 laps to go here on Championship Day in Phoenix. Time now for the ones to watch, presented by Credit One Bank.
The youngest of the Championship 4 drivers, William Byron, at 27 years old, leads everybody in laps led this year, won the Daytona 500, won the regular season championship.
Oh, here comes Hamlin to the outside of Blaney.
If he can stay in this position, he'll get his first of what I believe to be mini championships.
The 11 of Denny Hamlin, the 44-year-old, has had an amazing season with 6 wins, totaling 60 for his career. Now in his 20th season of chasing a champion is today the day. 163 laps led, and he is chasing down the 24 as we see now a flat tire.
Bowman flat tire.
Make it to pit road.
Another one has struck. This time it's Alex Bowman.
Running 11th, 48 was just inside the top 15. You see a right front flat. They'll have to put some service on this 48. 68 laps to go. And the 11 now has got by the 12, and he is the next car in front. May say for second on the racetrack, but it is first in the championship running order. Can Hamlin find a way by Byron with 68 to go?
It is game on.
It is so stressful from in that driver's seat. You are seeing these issues. You are knowing drivers that are having these issues. You saw it in practice. You're seeing it in the race. If you're William Byron, you're like, there's a championship ahead of me, but the guy behind me is trying to take it away. How hard can I run? You really don't know the answer, right? I think I'm William Byron. I just keep doing what I'm doing all day long. He's the only one that hasn't had an issue of the championship 4. Remember, the 11 did have one right as the caution came out. So I think William can keep doing what he's doing. I think Denny Hamlin, I think you're seeing that he's backed his pace off a little bit, knowing that he could potentially have a tire issue if he puts too much speed in this car.
Talking of speed, you may have noticed the Xfinity fastest laps that came up.
Closing in on the leader.
The 11, Denny Hamlin owns that. Interesting that you were talking about going longer, Jeff, because William Byron said that he feels he has matured in his craft as a race car driver at this level. He said he used to put enormous pressure on himself, too much so at the beginning of the race, and he has learned through years and experience, whether that be from the outside or from internally with himself intrinsically, that just to remain more patient and let the race come to him. It doesn't all have to happen in the first stage, and you're seeing that right now. He is the lead driver of the Championship 4. There's trouble for Noah Gragson.
And he's in a tough spot. Can he get left? It's going to be really hard with the traffic. They're splitting.
Oh.
He's able to do it. He's able to get off pit road. The track will stay under green.
That was close, but good work. Back to the front, two Hendrick Motorsports Chevys. Elliott and Byron.
Right now, Byron is trying to find a way past his teammate without abusing those tires on board with the 24. The 11 is inching in on the rear bumper of the 24.
Don't block your teammate.
Let's ride along with William Byron. Very odd shaped racetrack. This end of the racetrack
theme of the day of what's been going on. And he, so far, out of the championship 4, is the only one who hasn't had that issue. As he lunges for the inside on his teammate into the shadows. The 24 has been out front plenty today for 40 laps. And now he's alongside Chase Elliott. And regains the lead once again.
Try to cross over.
But for how much longer?
Original.
24 should have momentum off the top to clear the 9 into this corner.
Okay, we have clean air.
He will do it. The 11's going to try the second lane. He's looking for that same
Hi, Blaney.
momentum down the front straightaway that the 24 was able to gain. Rudy Fuel on the bottom right. 5-time Truck Series champion. This man
Owner's title mostly.
championships. Him and William Byron had a long history together. He was moved over to be Williams' crew chief after Chad Knaus, and it was right away where these two won together, and they've been clicking ever since. 15 of Williams' 16 wins have been with Rudy.
And Rudy mentioned to William in the lead up to this championship finale, just give me a clear-minded William Byron. Just give me a clear-headed William Byron. The rest will take care of itself. Don't overthink it. You've put in the prep. We've put in the prep. Let's just go for it. Well, Kim, so far so good. The 24 is out in front.
Yeah, and Dick, both you and Jeff have pointed out he's the only playoff driver without an issue today.
Stop talking about his lack of issues.
Talking with them this morning, they said, we have learned the hard way this year that it is never over. And think about the last month for this team. They had that very bizarre and unexpected crash at Vegas with Ty Dillon entering pit road. They had a last lap spin out in the tri-oval at Talladega and plummeted spots. And so Rudy Fuel told me, we have to be on our game and on our guard for every single lap of the final stage. Right now, spotter Brandon Line just reminding him.
What the fuck is SPG? Is
We are quickly coming to an intersection of decision for the crew chiefs. 57 to go.
Must have
30
pitted.
laps on the tires. It is not outside of reality to run about 8 or 9 more laps and just hit pit road, put 4 fresh Goodyears on, and try to let the tire grip overcome the time on pit road. Byron, it would be nearly impossible. I'm not even sure Hamlin from 3rd could do that. But Briscoe from 14th or Larson from 22nd as Hamlin gets by the 9. You see the 88. That's what fresher tires look like. SVG instantly has more grip. Will one of the other 2 championship 4 from further back in the pack come to pit road?
2 laps down, Shane Van Gisbergen. Let's talk more about the 19. Chase Briscoe's worked his way up to 14th, Dave.
Lee, he can feel that the right rear is low. He's been told we're getting close to that window. If you have to bring it in 2, but keep telling the crew it is low. So Steve, the tire may make the decision for the team.
Yeah, and you know the fact
what are they doing on the 19? If they have a 3rd flat tire, that's just sad.
at some point you just have to come down pit road 32 laps now on this set, so you'd like to try to get 5 or 7 more.
Problem, big problem. Up ahead. Austin Cindric, turn 4.
Damn.
Heavy damage.
Unfortunate wreck for the 2, running 10th. A nice run for Austin Cindric, trying to finish the year out strong. That's a really heavy rear impact. We don't see one of these newer vehicles shorten up that much, so a big hit. I sat down with the 4 crew chiefs and asked this very question. Are you ready for the last 50 laps? Are you ready for when that caution comes out and the ball gets thrown to you? Now, I was wondering if the question would be pit or not pit. I think that answer has been basically determined with the tires we have here today and how much fall off they have. Now the question is what adjustments you make. There's all 4 of them. Chris Gale in the upper right for Denny Hamlin. You have Kyle Larson's crew chief in the upper left, James Small bottom left, and Rudy Fugle in the bottom right.
Here's what happened to Austin Cindric. Talk us through, Jeff.
Yeah, going down the straightaway. As soon as he lifts, so you saw the air blow out, left rear tire. Saw it just immediately, and now you're just completely out of control. Car turns around. As Steve said, big impact.
So now, is it going to be speed or durability? What's going to win this championship with 53 to go? Regardless of how much air you're putting in your tires, you want to be the first guy off pit road with them.
And of course, as NASCAR racing goes, 52 to go is not a number they want to hear because they've had a lot of tire issues well before that. So what do you do as a crew chief? Are you taking some air out of that thing, thinking we might get more cautions going to come down pit road again? Or are you putting air into it to try to be safe? That 52 laps to go in the race makes it very difficult for them. If it was 15 to go, you know what they're doing. They're going to go as low as they can possibly go because it probably won't hurt the tire on that sort of a run.
And I will say, very simply, regardless of the adjustments, if you don't have a flawless pit stop and you lose track position with 52 to go, there will be no recovery time.
Right.
So this is that moment. There you go. The last numbers are in. Adjustments happening. This is pressure packed right here. This is just, you know, these pit crews started back in January, right? In the gym and in pit practice, and all of the pit stops, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pit stops, all kind of season long, both in competition and in practice. And it's going to come down to perhaps this being the final one. We may get more cautions, but I think you have to mentally prepare that this might be your last shot.
William Byron in his 24 car in the 2014, they've come down pit road twice with the lead. They have yet to leave pit road with the lead. This is a step-up moment for this team.
One of the most commonly used words in NASCAR is execute. The driver has to execute. The crew chief has to execute. And the pit road crew have to execute. Now is that moment.
That's a pissed off.
That was Rudy Fugle at the last stop after losing a couple of positions. Here we go. This may be the last one for the race, may be the last one for the season. William Byron leads the field to the tied pit road. Dave Burns is standing by, take it away.
From 27th to 13th, he's just a little free in the center. He said the balance though is the best it's been all day. Parker.
Kyle Larson said, I was sure my right front was about to possibly do 4 tires here to clean off that right front brake duct to help get me some longevity, Kim.
And for William Byron, he said the lateral hung on way better this time, just built tight and dirty air. Clean air though, he was okay, so no major adjustments. 4 fresh Goodyear tires, no go fuel, Marty.
Denny Hamlin said the balance is good, but lane exit is where we lose our time on both ends of the racetrack. The 11 with what appears to be a bit of a lost stop, and indeed they'll lose a spot here on pit road for Hamlin.
All teams performing and executing. This is going to set up for an unreal closing 50 laps.
For the past 40 years, we built a different type of law firm, built on trust, reputation, and results. For over 40 years,
My stomach is churning so badly. Honest.
What's good?
Oh my god, I can't handle this, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Byron and Denny up at the top, bro.
Mine's just sped, so it'll be the 24 and 11 on the front row with less than 50 to go.
Yeah, man.
He's looking at his tachometer. He thinks he has a little more speed to get. Watch him turn left right here. Gain on the 11. So he has a little more speed than the 11. And just that little bit is how he.
For once, I'm not behind.
Yeah. Got this going too.
Great job by William Byron's pit crew. He said it was a step-up moment for them. They've been beaten off pit road every time they came with a lead. Not that time.
All right, Toyota Supra pace car is off the track. Track is clear, and two of the
All right.
four are side by side.
Green.
Motorsports, one for Joe Gibbs Racing. It's William Byron out of the Busch Light restart zone.
Good restart for Hamlin.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Far's gonna shoot it down. Briscoe trying to make hay on the way on the outside. Ooh, contact! Contact! Hamlin takes the lead.
Ow. Ouch. I'm getting smacked gobs of light.
More contact! They're...
Yeah.
Look at this. And Hamlin on the gas like he was on that restart. Remember in the early phases of the race, Hamlin was spectacular on restarts and then ran away from everybody. William Byron was good towards the end of stage one to win stage one. So we've got 44 to go. How is this going to play out? And can Hamlin run away from them for that
Have you been watching all race?
Not all of it. I just sort of decided to tune in on the last 50 laps.
Hamlin has been making, every time he's had clean air, he's driven away by like several seconds.
Yeah. Yeah. Been kind of busy learning how to kill God in game. So. There's only one thing left to do here. And it's get abs rad. Absolute radiance. I'm just trying to learn how to dodge the attacks mostly. I say as I attack and get hit. Oh, dinner time. BRB.
There is a poll for people like, who are you rooting for to win the championship? Hamlin won it with 50%. Ain't that crazy?
All day long, they have had issues, and somehow, all day long, they have found a way to get some track position back. There he is, in 6th place. And I don't think he can get there from here with 40.
Briscoe's been running really high to get like these massive runs down the backstretch.
Chase Briscoe has repositioned himself with an opportunity.
He's running that high line again that you like, Jeff. Let's go for a ride. The Bass Pro Shop's on board. He got told by his crew chief James Small earlier in this race. Stay with it. We have a very good history of coming back from adversity. Zach Burns
Oh, okay, so he's not driven away the same way he has in the previous, because he was doing that mostly in stage 2 and at the start of 3.
This team wants to run. Whoa, out of racetrack.
Ooh.
Got loose on entry. This team wants a caution. They want to run, I don't know, Steve, maybe 10 more laps or so, get a caution, come down pit road.
I don't.
Put some tires on it. They're going to have to leapfrog. They're not going to get there from here. Watch this.
Turns down in, rear grip is at a minimal. He kind of chases it all the way into the gray. No real wall contact.
I mean, it is so much fun to watch a race car driver go find and try to find a little more speed. It shows you how they operate on the edge of grip all of the time when they got to try to find that little bit more. Sometimes it just isn't there.
For Byron at this point, I like what Rudy Fugle told him, try to stay in touch, but I think letting the 12 by, while that's not for the championship, that dirtier air will make your car drive worse. It will eat up the tire life a little bit more, so Byron really is going to have to be high on defense right here.
Exalter on board, looking back at Ryan Blaney.
Something tells me we're not running 36 to the finish. We have had a 61 lap run today, but that was stage 1. That was a different feel to the race. As we've gone in these later days, late in the day, as the shadows, as you said, Dip, as the shadows have creeped into the racetrack, speed has gone up. We've really been unable to get more than about 30 to 35 laps.
And there's 35 laps to go from this point.
Exalto onboard cam. That car just ran the fastest lap on that lap. You wonder if that's Denny preserving a little bit, right? We've seen multiple times in this race how he's driven away, never slacking up, never slowing down. That time, Denny Hamlin was the 4th fastest car on the racetrack, William Byron the fastest.
Caution.
Here we go. Where is it?
Yaley.
What's it for?
Flat tire. Left front. Right front.
Oh, something's happened. The right front not only is flat, but it looks like it's pointing the wrong direction.
We talked about it earlier. Chase Briscoe in 6th place. I think this is what he wanted. I think he had to have a caution and an early caution.
Before we get there and talk more about Briscoe, let's have a look what happened to Yaley.
Oh, straight into the corner.
Similar to Armendinger.
Yeah. Luckily, he kind of gets it turned.
Yeah, he did a great job there.
Wow. But you see the right front, not only his flat, it's kind of pointed out, so I don't know if he had a, I mean, look, it's obviously broken. So
Wow.
I don't know if
They
the
can't
tire
get that
was
thing
like
out.
Broke or something broke and forced the tire to go flat. Well, up and down pit road, by my math, everybody has a couple sets of tires left. Now, one of those may be your qualifying tires, so probably one set of stickers, one set of scuffs, unless you use the scuffs earlier in the day. 33 laps to go. I guess you got to decide, you know, how you want to manage these two. I would put the stickers on now. You hate to lose the race at the end with having to put the scuffs on, but I hate to put the scuffs on now and have the last set of tires I put on.
Yeah, wonder how many sets of stickers the 19 has. Remember, he had a tire issue on the green. He had to pit. You see scuffs going on the wall.
To your point, it might only be the only thing they have left. So scuff tires for the 19.
That's probably the tires that they qualified on. That you can use those as your allotments. There's a really good chance that's their qualifying tires.
So the lap count that they're going to have to go on this next set of tires, Dave, is more attractive. It is less and more doable. Let's see how we go on this round of stops. Who's going to get the advantage?
You saw the biggest thing there was a tear off. A big truck car in the corner. 2 tires on the right side.
Two.
Kyle Larson in 13th. He said that's the littlest amount of grip I've had all day. It was right side tires for him as well.
And for William Byron, he said I was three there. Can't trust the back of the car. I have to trust the back of the car. These are sticker tires going on for William Byron. They will put 4 on, Marty.
Denny Hamlin said the balance was good, but the first hit of 3 that's early in the run for Hamlin. You see all those 2-tire shots coming through. What 4 tires for Denny Hamlin and the 11.
That's a problem for the two. That potentially a problem for Briscoe and Larson. Only drivers to take 2 tires. I mean, you gotta try what you gotta try something, but that was not what I don't. Might not work out that well.
Being part of it all. That's why we went to work on this game. You want to feel NASCAR the way we live it. Time is now. This one's built for the fans, for anybody who wants to experience what it's really like. From the sound to the speed, the venue. All there's left to do is fire it up.
Been on yet? Tell me what? We only accept certain forms of payment, like iron ingots, cowrie shells.
Is this serious? Don't want to lose you, Stacy. Sure, we can all agree.
Come on, let's be real. Your currency's not just old, it's not working for you anymore.
What do you want? You want a robot? You want a robot as a fun?
I'm not saying we have to change who we are. I'm just saying it could be a lot easier if we bank through like Cash App instead of.
How do I pay for this?
Some people might give you one pizza for $9.99.
Oh God.
Caesars gives you more because more is better. It's Little Caesars New More for $9.99 menu. Get 2 of your faves for only $9.99. A large classic pizza and crazy puffs? Yes, please. A large pretzel crust and crazy combo? Let's go. Wings and crazy bread? Take my money. Get yourself so much more with Little Caesars More for $9.99 menu for a limited time.
Pizza, pizza.
Well, you just saw what was more than likely the last stop of the day. The tied clean pit stop, and it was certainly clean for the best Pro Shops 19 and Joe Gibbs Racing of Chase Briscoe. 2-tire stop. That call from James Small, which he has done multiple times this year to bring Briscoe from further back up to a prioritised position.
Dave Burns gave us a great update during the commercial break that I thought those were the qualifiers. They are scuffed, but they were on the car earlier today as they were rolling around, so maybe a little fresher than the qualifying tires. And think about this. We've run, 283 laps. We've had a clutch issue, 4 flat tires, a free pass, a wave around, 2 bad pit stops, and now they run 1 through 4. You want to add this?
What do you see? What do you see from the 5 there, Jeff?
Yeah, I saw
What's got your attention?
coming off in front of that car. I'm not real sure what that was, but if I'm Denny Hamlin or if I'm William Byron, I know beyond a shadow of a doubt I should have more
Oh God.
than those 2 cars in front of me. What do I do about it? If I'm Denny Hamlin starting on the bottom, I have got to try to get to the inside of those guys. If I'm William Byron, they can try to make it 3 wide on the outside, but I have to have my eyes open. The middle may open itself, and then I've got to go there.
The Joe Gibbs Toyota teammates are on the inside. The Hendrick Motorsports Chevrolet teammates are on the outside. Coming to the Busch Light restart.
Here we go. Restart. Briscoe with the best start. He's clear already. Byron did not get a great start. It was Hamlin Larson. Contact there. Byron. Whoa, Blaney. 3 wide for the lead. Here comes Larson to the outside. Hamlin to the inside. Byron trying to find where to go. 3 wide. Oh! 4 wide for the lead. Oh, how did he? Damn. Hamlin had to try and cut to the inside. Hamlin lead. I'm gonna quick Logano to third. I'm gonna real quick leave my stream and then head back into it just so I can make sure that I'm current because Peacock commercials tend to lag it.
I thought you worked in.
I'm back. What happened?
Well, we ended up going 4 wide for the lead a lap after the restart between the champ 4. Hamlin is the leader ahead of Byron.
Okay. They're still going at it.
25 to go.
Crazy.
Logano is the 3rd car in shot. They've edged away a little from the fellow championship 4 drivers. There's Larson. There's Briscoe.
Well, Penske drivers trying to get their participation trophy.
Yeah, Logano's in third.
One Blaney's in sixth and Barry's in seventh, and the other one
Larson's in fourth for some reason.
Yeah, Larson's in fourth. Their pit strategy, they took 2 tires. So did Briscoe to try and leapfrog.
Yeah.
I think Danny knows his car is so good on the short run to just get the gap and then try to manage it, right, Jeff? That's what we were talking about early.
I mean, I'm setting myself up for disappointment because that's the fan mentality, but, like, it would be awesome if Charlie Brown was allowed to kick the football here.
I hate to say it. I'm hoping that happens just because I'm a selfish bastard.
Because Byron, the 24.
Okay, so here they're gonna show the replay of that pass. Yeah, there's the gap I was accustomed to.
Yeah, about a second.
Still the fastest car on the racetrack by a large margin right there, 1.3 seconds ahead. William Byron, but looking for some speed already to the top of the racetrack. We have not seen William Byron up this racetrack like that this early in a run. He's seeing the 11 getting away from him. He has to try something different.
18 laps from here left in this 2025 season. No driver has ever led this many laps in a championship finale.
24 back to the bottom of the racetrack. He tried the top. It was slower. Now to the bottom of the racetrack. That's all you can do as a driver. You have to be willing to go look. You have to look at the results. It was slower. Now back to the bottom.
Larson is past Briscoe. Oh, wait, he's been past Briscoe. What am I talking about?
Yep.
What happens now? If the yellow comes out, do you bring your car back down pit road? You know new tires would be faster, but how many people won't come down pit road? If you're Chris Gaines,
Blaze up to fourth.
see this thing just run 17
Yeah.
laps to the finish. You want your veteran 720 starts behind the wheel. You know Denny's the right guy to do the job, but do you get the ball, right? Does it come back into your side of the team and you have to make a decision?
And there's the time most Cup wins without a championship.
Yep. This is his one last thing to accomplish.
Yep. It's for his dad, who's terminally ill.
Yep. 20 years of trying. 20 years.
Oh, yeah,
of
this is
frustration.
his 20th season. Yeah, I mean, I'll let you deliver the call if you want for that last lap.
Yep.
Are you on 15 to go?
I am on lap 296. So, oh, now it's 297. Yep, 2 full seconds. Holy crap.
All right, now 14 to go. Blaney's passed Logano for third.
I would also say, as a race car driver, how do you want to win a championship? You want to just be faster than everybody else, right? Late in the race, just drive away. I'm faster
Like
than
I'm say, like now I'm thinking of all the things I'd say for this.
shooting basketball by yourself.
Yeah. That's okay. I announce all the baseball games that I see as well, even when I'm at the ballpark. So.
Yeah.
Give me an opportunity. Let me just be better than everybody else.
All right. 13, baby.
12 to go. Am I?
Oh no, 12.
Are you at 12 too?
I'm at 13.
Okay,
I'm
I'm
actually
ahead of, so
just refreshing Google a ton.
So I'm ahead of you. So because I have the broadcast on Peacock on my.
Yep.
When this guy turns up at the race shop, you get 100%.
Yeah, he's going at 110.
Dealing with the lawsuit. He's not
Yeah.
2311. He's not thinking about anything else. But when he's there, he's really there. I asked him, how does he do it? And he just told me.
Okay, now it's 11. Okay.
Now it's we're at 11 to go.
And everything else comes after. He goes, sometimes that means late into the evening if I have to catch up on being an owner or doing something else. But nothing can get in the way of his day job, which is driving this 11 car.
Look at that sun. Just almost impossible to see the entry until you get
No, 10 laps to go at Phoenix. You know, Hamlin's been hated for so much of the late part of his career, but I have a feeling the celebrations across the entire fan base are going to be humongous today.
Yeah, same as they were for Earnhardt's Daytona win. Yeah. You do as well for as long as you have. He's also butted heads with Chase Elliott that one time, which got him knocked out of the championship because of retribution that one time, but
9 to go.
Yeah.
Which one are you talking about?
I don't know. I think it was around like 2016, 17.
Oh, you're talking about
it was
the
with the dawn of the new playoff
when he got
format.
wrecked out of the lead at Martinsville. Yeah, that's what caused the hate.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, there's one thing the fans love, it's the Elliott family.
Yeah.
So if you mess with them, you mess with them.
You know, Hamlin's top 5 right now for most popular driver. We don't know where in the top 5 he is. Ryan Blaney trying to work around the outside of William Byron to get to the second place as we now have 8 laps to go.
Yeah.
There's Blaney queuing it up.
It feels so surreal to see.
Byron
back
goes
when I was
way
at my
high,
cousin's place,
and that'll
the
let
first
Blaney...
diecast I got was of the green FedEx variant of Denny's car.
Right. Is that the ground? That is the
yeah,
first...
that's the one.
So I believe it's the first car he ever won in back in Pocono in 06.
Pocono, yeah.
Byron's holding on, and we now have 7 laps to go.
Yeah, baby.
You are just hoping that no one has a tire issue.
Let me see.
We've seen it all day long.
You actually check the official site, because that'll probably be better.
We've seen tire failures.
I just don't want to spoil myself, because that's ahead of me.
You can believe
Yeah.
you had Hamlin first, Byron second, but the tip of the hat to Kyle Larson and Chase.
I'm just waiting for myself for white flag, eventually.
Larson and Briscoe were a lap down about 100 laps ago. They got saved by a caution for another flat tire. It might have been Austin Cindric's wreck, actually. I can't remember off the top of my head. But,
yeah.
You know, 5th and 6th, good recoveries, but doesn't look like good enough. All right. Hamlin cuts to the inside of Yaley, putting the 44 another lap down. 5 laps to go.
Yaley. Good old Yaley.
One of his first
field
teammates.
filler.
One of his first teammates.
Yeah.
Back in 06, 07, Yaley drove the 18.
Yeah. History, baby.
And as my friend Eli said, this is Hamlin's 20th full-time season. Of course, the old fart from Chesterfield, Virginia showed the potential even before his first full season. 05, he drove the 11 for several... Oh my God.
204 laps led. Closing in on 3 laps to go. The performance behind the wheel and the car have been just unbelievable today. What a great race car
No!
Byron, let me
Flat
guess.
right front.
Yep.
Of course. Fucking hell.
Yeah. So caution on the last 3 laps.
What? Of
Or,
course.
well, 5 now. 'cause they
Why
added
now,
2.
man?
It finally happened. Finally happened to the 24. He was the only
That is brutal.
tire issue, Kim, and now it's struck.
Why now? From second place, too.
I have a flat. They said we see it, so issue for the 24.
Oh, no. Well, congrats,
That's what the
Larson,
MLB
on
playoffs
the
has been like the
non-playoff
whole time,
championship.
basically, is watching that on repeat.
Well, with that, it basically all but confirms Larson will have them. Will win in a non-playoff scenario. Man.
From where it blew. And now this sets up clearly the 24 is in trouble if you're thinking about a championship, but you're mentioning it a minute ago.
Alright, couple laps of caution.
On 2 tires, staying in that position, 4th and 5th, they're not out of it.
Well, this is the difference. It's not a team against a team like in other sports. We have a field full of race cars. If it was only 3 cars on the racetrack, you pick and you say, you know what, we're the best, Denny Hamlin, we're going to pass them. But what do you do now? If you pit and take tires, and Larson and Briscoe and 10 others stay on the racetrack, can you overcome? Can you pass enough cars? If you stay out, that's the radio on the 5 right there. You stay out and Larson comes against tires and lines up behind you. This is just an absolute gut-wrenching decision that's going to be required from these crew chiefs.
Steve, there are times that leading a race is a disadvantage. Right? If you got to do something different than Denny Hamlin to win this championship, they got to make the decision if they're going to pit or not before you do. You watch what they do. They're going to drive what others do.
And after I saw the truck race and Corey Heim was 7 wide on 4 fresh tires, I'm going to throw the ball in my driver's hands. I'm putting
Oh my God.
and telling Denny Hamlin to go win.
Yeah.
But that is an absolute gut-wrenching call. Let's see what they do.
Here we go. Hamlin leads the field to green.
They're all pit. No, not to green, to pit road.
James Small asked Chase Briscoe, what do you think of the 2 right sides? Only last time he said, I would have rather been.
Like, if it can't be the 24, now I'm rooting for Denny. I was so sad for that. But I saw it on the left side of... Because I have, like, the leaderboard set up for my stream. And I saw the yellow flag. Which is why I stopped talking. Like,
Yeah. Like, what's it for?
alright. What tires do I have left? Oh, God.
Alright.
Larson took 2 again? Wow. That might... It's going to take a Herculean...
Required precision out of Hamlin now. He is a little bit back in the pack, and more importantly now, the second of the championship 4 drivers with Larson taking 2 tires.
If you're just tuning in, turning on, the championship 4 drivers, they don't have to win the race to win the championship. You've just got to be the highest of those 4. At the moment,
This is going to be really unsatisfying.
3 drivers staying on the racetrack. If you look at the graphic,
If this...
Priest and Bowman. Blaney will be 4th on 2 tires, then Larson, Logano, Barry, Busch, Elliott, Hamlin all the way back. Man, oh man.
Yep. This is so chaotic. This restart, keep your eyes open because
3 drivers stayed out.
tires, 2 tires, 4
Keselowski, Priest, and Bowman.
all sorts of things happening. Which lane is going to go? Which
Yeah.
lane?
Denny's fallen a few positions now as I think he just pitted. Wait, no. Doesn't make sense. He's still going. Oh, it's going up. OT? Oh, yeah, because it went under caution.
You can choose inside or outside lane. We'll see what the front guys do, but if you're Hamlin, I would imagine you want to be bottom just to give you the most opportunity through the front stretch, and that's what Corey Heim did in the truck race. He was bottom. He was basically against the inside wall running through turns 1 and 2.
Well, here you go. Look, Keselowski did it back 281. Priest 281. Bowman 281. Now you have the guys that just pitted. 2 tires, 2
So no one is going to have as good of a tire as Denny Hamlin, but can he get through the pack? And to your point, Steve, it all starts with the choose. A lot of this you can't control. You don't know which lane may or may not go. If I'm the 11, I just have to pick where I think I have the best opportunity to go where they're not. This so you mentioned the truck race multiple times. This is the craziness.
It's why it is achievable. Look to the far right.
Corey Heim. Oh, the 7 wide truck series pass.
7? Is that even? I didn't even know it was possible.
On Phoenix, Phoenix's dog leg is the only place you could get it done.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Where did Briscoe took for?
He's not focusing on Brad Keselowski. He is focusing on Kyle Larson, right? There's 4 cars in between. That's the focus, right? You've said multiple times you don't have to win the race. That's right. I look where Larson lines up. Where's he? Where's everybody else? And then I pick based on what Larson did. That's the only thing that matters to Denny Hamlin.
And those front 3 on old tires are really going to make the restart, not roll smooth. It's got the timing, the cadence is going to be very awkward. All right, here's the choose, Jeff. Let's see where everyone lines up, where they decide.
Keselowski's going to the top. They're going to split. Bottom top.
Keselowski, Priest, Bowman, Blaney, Larson, Logano, Bushberry, Elliott, Hamlin.
That was going to allow Denny Hamlin to actually move up a row, but it did not. I like this move. I think if you're Denny Hamlin, this is where you have to go.
That's where he's made some great moves on that low side. Let's talk more about the 11. Here's Bowser.
Hamlin's going to need the restart of his life, Lee. Here's what his crew chief Chris Gale told him just moments ago.
Everybody else in front of you is on the right. Tires are pumped up, ready to rip, so make sure they're clean. It's okay.
And Lee, I go back to Las Vegas, that race he won that put him in the championship for. Hamlin told us, I found another level that day to make that win
Oh,
happen.
shoot.
He's going to need to find that level today to make the championship.
There we go.
If you're new to NASCAR, time is of the essence because Hamlin has to catch and pass Larson if he has a chance to win this championship. We're going to go green, white, checkered in NASCAR.
Why?
How about Larson? What can he do when his day looked done with tire issues? He has a chance to be a 2-time champion.
He's been nowhere all day, basically, compared to the 24 and the 11.
Love that information. Just keep in mind, Larson last changed left sides on 262. He's put rights on twice. So his car, I just don't know how much grip this car can make. I do know Kyle Larson has to assume he's going to make enough grip. He's got to be aggressive.
Looking at the 11 pit stop right here.
Oh, so far behind him. Diagonal in his pit stop.
Contact from the 22.
Thanks, Logano.
Oh, yeah. Carson Hocevar, Joey Logano.
All right.
Schemes are very similar. 3rd car on the outside with the yellow banner, Larson. 5th car on the inside, both blue and white cars.
8th car on the inside is Briscoe.
Track is clear. We're in NASCAR overtime.
All right, the last 2 laps of the season.
We're finally under green again.
Here we go. Hamlin on way down to the inside, as expected, making up the gap on Larson really quickly. Hamlin, no, Larson running that outside. Oh, man, that's a gap. Hamlin, Larson's up to 4th. Brad is leading. It's 3 wide for 2nd. White flag. Last lap of the season. Can Brad close the season with a win for Roush? Hamlin trying to make up the gap, but it looks like it was yanked at the last second. Here comes Larson and Blaney trying to split Brad 3 wide. Larson can't get by Brad. Ooh, a little loose there, but here they come to the flag. Brad Keselowski wins at Phoenix. Kyle Larson. No, Blaney wins at Phoenix. And Larson is the champion. Wow. Damn. That's hard. That's soul crushing. But that's I don't feel great about that one, not gonna lie. Even though it's what I would have wanted. Oh, wow. Damn. That blows. I'm really sorry, dude. Man.
Oh, good.
Wow. I'm sorry, man. That.
Yeah. It's just a crappy restart off the thing, so it happens.
I didn't think the 2 tires would necessarily work. Damn.
Did though. It did.
That. You know, Larson's been nowhere since he won the the disastrous Indy double. But you know what? He was consistent the rest of the year. And as I said, given Byron's tire failure, he ends the season with more points than any driver earned all season. So, and by a roundabout way, he is the deserving champion. But man, that doesn't feel right.
Yeah. Probably his last great chance. I don't see how he can get it after this.
Wow. Man. Oh, wow. That blows. All right. Sorry you had to see that go to shit at the end.
All right.
All right.
It happens. I'm used to it because it happened last night, so.
Yeah, all right. Sorry, dude. Well, have a good night, man.
You too, man.
We're not. Wait, you're going to commercial break before you do to interview the champion? Are you mad? Well, I'm going to end my stream there. Kyle Larson, again, most points all season after Byron's wreck. And the 2025 NASCAR Cup Series champion. It's his second title. That was, oh, I really couldn't have seen that happen if I tried. And unfortunate that championship was decided by a tire failure. Thanks to everyone who watched this year. Hopefully I see people back to watch next season. BowserJrXD signing off.